Test, test. Good morning, everyone. I hope you had a good sleep, a good eat, good laugh, good smile this morning. I can see it already. I can smell it. It's really good from your smile, from your fresh face, unless it's Abdul who just arrived. But thank you, Abdul, for making it and for keep fighting that to become here with us. Please give applause to Abdul, everyone. You know, like around 4 or 5 a.m., I think Abdul was texting like, oh, he just arrived, but everyone already fall asleep. So no one will come. Abdul, I'm sorry, Abdul. Everyone already died. So yeah, I'm so happy that all of us here. Henry, oh, you still alive as well this morning. It's good. I was worried because I didn't see your face today. Yeah, so today is really special day because as a second day where we will hear the best practice from our country leaders who already confirmed that they will share best practice with us. And I will start the sessions today, of course, as always. But before that, I want to hear Henry. I want to hear their voice first. I want to call. I want to check. Let's check if Indonesian team already here. Indonesia. More than 50%, I think. You really show. You really show support as a neighborhood, yeah? You just cross the countries, and that's why we have so many people. And please also give applause to Singapore team. And Taiwan. And Thailand. And Hong Kong. Palestine. Macau, India, Japan, Estonia, and the one from Way is, where is Sanyo? I'm looking for Sanyo. Kenya! Oh. And special team, our fashion show team, Vietnam. No, it's sorry, son, you are not fashion show team, but jump to teams. But Myanmar, sorry, I forgot one country. Myanmar. Oh, Cambodia. Is there anyone I forgot to mention? Okay, Pakistan. I think now we have everyone. Vietnam, we done. Okay. Is there any country I forgot? Please just poke me. Malaysia will be the last special. So we done with the host? Okay. And we will, of course, we will have Tunisia as well later. But now please give really big applause to our host, Malaysia. Okay, thank you so much. I just want to check that this room is full of positive energy that we are, giving the good energy to everyone who just arrived, so who maybe not sleep really well yet, who wake up in the middle of night just because of wrong time like Luai. Luai, the conference didn't start in the middle of night. So, yeah, but so happy to see everyone here healthy. That is the most important thing. That we are coming to this conference with a happy face, happy feeling, because we know that we will meet our big family who come from really different places, different countries, that we are here coming to hug each other, to give support to each other. When we come back to our country, that we have enough energy that to share to our team and then ready to work for, again, to the biggest clean-up action in the world. There is one country that I forgot to mention, which is on the screen. We shouldn't forget. Please give a big applause to Laos. So, sirs will give us the presentation online from Laos. But before we start with our best practice today, we will hear the speech from Henry, and after that, we will hear a little bit background of World Cleanup Day impact from Heidi Solba. That Henry, please, stage is yours.
Okay. Thank you so much. Very good morning to all of you. Hope the dinner was okay yesterday. Was it okay or? Okay, thank you so much. Glad you like it. But today and tomorrow night you have lots of free time, so you can do the ones that you like. So if you need anything, there are some volunteers that you will be told about today, and you can go and join them on your free time. So if you like specific street food or specific kinds of restaurant, tell them and they will probably see how they can fit you in. So more importantly for me, welcome to Penang and welcome to Malaysia, and especially for those that I'm just seeing today only, and I hear some chicken. Is there a chicken farm here? Nice, let's have chicken for lunch. Nice. Thank you all for coming, and the long and short of it is really happy to see all of you. I also want to really thank our team, and especially with the Penang Island City Council. They've been super patient with us, and we have lots of fights, but we enjoy it because we're all trying to make the event the best we can, not only for us, but also for all of you. So with that, I'd like to just pass on to Augustina. But before I finish, I'd love to have two little requests, if I may. One is, three requests. One is that at about 10:45, about 11, we may need to use this room because we would like to have the two ministries that will come in here to talk about zero waste, zero energy, and will be presented by no other than Heidi. And we will also have a discussion with the UNFCCC, with the two governments on net zero. And we would like to see whether they will be open to adopt it for Malaysia, as you can also be inspired to do in your own country if you so wish. So the second small request is that we may need 20 volunteers from you today. So if you can volunteer, it would be nice, primarily for the afternoon sessions, 20. Then the third one is that if you don't mind, we are trying to put together 100 voices of the world. So if you can answer some very simple questions like, what do you think about zero waste and zero energy? Take a picture of yourself, a video, and your name, send it to us, and then we'll post it up for the first 100 faces. Okay, so we would like to start the event, if we can, by this afternoon with lots of energy. And with that, I'll pass it back to Augustina.
Thank you, Henry. The dinner was really good last night. The people really enjoying it. Don't worry about that. We are so happy because we have so many food here. After from here, I think we will gain a few kilos when we go back home. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, Henry, for really good speech and also a few things that information needed for all of us. And now we will hear from Hedy before we start the presentation from Laos. So Hedy, please, time is yours.
Hi, good morning. I was asked to talk about the World Cleanup Day impact. And indeed, we are doing the World Cleanup Day because we want to have the impact, right? Otherwise, why we are doing it? And there is a lot of thoughts regarding of impact. What is the impact of the World Cleanup Day? One thing is that we're bringing people together. And we have to have 5% of the Earth's population. I think you know that. Sometimes the Let's Do It world people might be not knowing why we need 5% of the Earth's population into the cleanup or any kind of activity, because it is a change maker. It is a scientific proof that when you are gathering 5% of the people, the change, in systemic change, might be happening in the society. And this is what we want. Now, if the people are coming to the cleanup, is this enough for the impact? I think it's not, but it's changing the humanity, it's changing people, changing behavior, raising awareness. But the most important thing during the cleanup is actually the change, what we are doing in people's heads. For me, I already have been working like 9 years with older around the different kind of countries, I can see and witness in the moment when the country is bringing into the cleanup, local municipalities and authorities and the government, the changes start to happen. Why? Because it will be in media. When it will be in media, it immediately will be attracting more people. And I think this is the most important thing, that we can actually have different kind of sectors taking part of the World Cleanup Day. Then we can start about the create of impact. Because we are catalyzing cross-sectoral cooperation, and this is the most important. Business sector organization, governments, societies, all working together. Is a cleanup easy thing to do? It's not. Because in some countries you have to start with a cleanup already like 6 a.m., 7 a.m., maybe even earlier, because it's too hot. There is a heavy rain, it's dirty. You don't want to dig in other people's waste. But we are doing it because we are caring about our planet. So I think that by bringing the different kind of organizations together to dig in this waste and to collect and then do everything in the 7 or 6 a.m. in the morning, is giving us an understanding. We can collaborate. We can come together. And after witnessing that, everything is so clean and we have so great emotions by working together, we might be thinking as well, what else we can do? Guys, this is the most important thing. What else we can do? How I can sustain all this change. How I can make the change happen with all these partners. And suddenly there is different kind of ideas. Let's bring our communities together. Hello? Yes, hello. And let's figure out what is our projects, what we can do with the communities. So this is small steps, but this is very important steps. I remember once when I was in Cameroon, in Africa, I met one United Nations Habitat Award nominee, and he was from Colombia, no, in Chile. And they had really great project behind. They went into the communities. They took also to work with their local municipalities, brought people together, and simply had a think tank. What is not working regarding all the waste, mismanaged waste, and all this environment where this society is living? And people contributed and had different kind of ideas. In the moment when they're bringing ideas, it started to be like, it's my idea. I'm motivated to work on this idea. And it started different kind of changes in the society, make their environment nice, made cleanup, of course, made segregation, made a lot of designs, redesigns, made beautiful things, thank you. And also teach the young people in the society as well. And I think this is an impact. And this is very simple. We are caring, we want to share, we are bringing people to work. And now when we talk in really big scale about the World Cleanup Day, World Cleanup Day is the biggest one-day environmental action in this world. This organization has 164 countries with the leaders. Now we talk just region in Asia, but we have West Asia, we have Oceania, we have Latin America, we have Europe, and we have really big Africa. 42 countries on board, 42 countries only in Africa. Basically it's the same in Europe. So we are the biggest network in this world. We can create an impact, and we are doing the impact. Another thing, what further Let's Do It rather than World Cleanup Day we are doing is sharing our experience. So we are, as I yesterday said, we are becoming better environmentalists, better leaders, and better humans. And the biggest impact, and this is a miracle in my opinion. And when we started with the World Cleanup Day in 2018, when it was like a first time, it was like a pilot, and then we are rolling up with this organization already. Now it will be 6-1? So, or 7-1 even, sorry. So it's, and becoming to part of United Nations calendar with this one is a really big thing. What it means to be part of the United Nations calendar. Basically, it means more visibility. Where we are standing with this process is, yes, there is a declaration signed by United Nations General Assembly last December that, this is a declaration actually in official way. Here it is. So that the World Cleanup Day is officially marked in United Nations calendar for 20th of September. Yes. We are in the process also to signing an agreement with the United Nations itself. It's taken time because United Nations is very big and things are taking time. And then one really interesting, I think we are really standing out with all these United Nations days in this calendar because I think that we are the only organization who has active teams with team leaders and teams and volunteers and partners in this world. And we are the only organization who are in the calendar with an active network, in my opinion. I have been asked it. They are basically agree with this one, which making us and bringing us into a very interesting position. And the position is that during the World Cleanup Day, we could be also running the World Cleanup Day with a host country. So it means that the World Cleanup Day, call a media center, what we used to do each year, and also the broadcast show. And why not really nice with really strong speakers around the world, conference, could be held in this concrete country. It gives a big visibility. It's very good boosting for the country itself. It could be like a leading different kind of green initiatives and showing to all the world what kind of initiatives this country does have, what kind of project has, what kind of ideas have. With the World Cleanup Day, with their broadcast show, with the conference, and it will be held with United Nations Habitat, with whom the Let's Do It World is making a secretariat for the World Cleanup Day. So this is really great impact. And guys, this is because of you. Because HQ is nothing without their huge network with the great leaders working around the world, with our great partners, with our great teams, volunteers, and governments. I think also it's opening the door to the government in local level. It's supposed to, because if that is not opening, then what is opening? And the plan is, when we have been signed the agreement, we are sending a special letter with their agreement between Let's Do It World and UN Habitat, and also the bid for their country states in 193 countries to become the host country. And we can actually have this kind of strong letters for each country leader just to go to the government to say, listen guys, let's support the World Cleanup Day because it belongs to the world, and let's do this change together. I hope it will be happening in May. Definitely it has to be in June. And now, what happens with our 2024 where we don't have any host country? We have been considering, because it's a half of the year, that we are doing in Estonia, but we might have also a country for that, let's see. But we definitely are working for 25 and 2026. Being part of United Nations calendar means that a host country is most probably, according to United Nations process, have to give funds as well. And I cannot promise, but this is what we try to do, is to support partly our teams as well around the world. This is, I think, honest, or not honest, but õiglane. I don't know, it's in Estonia. A nice thing to do. So we all have been working so long, and we can give everyone something back. And as I said already before, in the moment when you start to work with a government, the true impact in the national level will be starting. And it is very important. According to our surveys, what we are doing each year, I think it was 78 countries who, from the survey, who said that they are doing each this kind of cleanups or World Cleanup Day with participation for the government, Minister of Environment, President, Prime Minister, Minister of Education, and so on. What we have plan, as you know, we are working also on Let's Do It Well strategy, and one of the strategy points is an impact model. So now we are coming to the topic as well. Impact model. This is absolutely new idea, of course. It has been rolling in our heads a long time. But we want to here to work also with universities and also with scientists to understand what is the impact is a societal level and also in the communities in different kind of countries. We need also pilot country and we need a model for that. So we can say to the world, work cleanup that is creating an impact. We can show it. Also, in 2018, we already made a measurement on the impact of the World Cleanup Day. So in 2018, before the World Cleanup Day, we had a survey in Indonesia, in France, and in South Africa. As Indonesia made really big cleanup, I think it was 2.7%. Yes, but how many percentage of the 2 is something, quite a lot, basically 3% of the population. And then we made also survey after the work cleanup. There were changes. So we see actually there is an impact about awareness, changing behavior, cooperation, and so on. Impact model is not just about the work cleanup day, because this is not just about the numbers, but what happens after the numbers. How many collaborations we are working with our partners, how many projects we started. If something will be changing in the society in different kind of sectors, this is an impact. And the second layer of their impact model could be, in the future, just to understand also what changes we have been creating in societies in bigger level also with other sectors. Okay, thank you for creating an impact, because this is what we are doing. And I think that really big impact is also to bringing people together around the world in different kind of regions, and especially in this Leaders Academy or this Asia conference, to talk about practices, ideas. This is also very big impact. Henry, thank you so much. Henry is not here. I was thinking that he is here. And thank you, Augustina, for helping and supporting all this big event. And thank you for everyone. Okay? Thank you.
Thank you, Hedy. So after a long journey, many years, that our movement finally that we are in the UN calendars, so it's absolutely one of the impact that we are having right now. And we will start soon now with best practice impact from different countries, where we will hear as the first one, we will have sirs from Laos, our country leaders from Laos. So SIRS is also one of the one really consistent, not only with the cleanup itself, but also building the system, working with many stakeholders to build the drop box system in their countries, so that the people do sorting their waste and then make sure their waste is recyclable. And we will hear more story from SIRS. I think SIRS is now ready. Yeah? SIRS, can SIRS here? Maybe you can. Okay, good. Okay, now please give a big applause to SIRS. Welcome, sir, from Laos. that suddenly in his village in Laos, all the electricity off. So sirs right now cannot connect. We will wait maybe later until the electricity is back. So yeah, sirs just let us know before. Like just before he start. Sirs is living in the village in the Laos, so that's why. I hope we can understand here. But we can go with other country first. Let's go from Indonesia. Abe, it's your turn to share our best practice impact from Indonesia.
Hi. Sorry, yesterday I was so like not have don't have enough energy to talk with everyone because I was so tired, lack of sleep. Well, today still lack of sleep actually because I try to work my presentation to make sure I make it really compact and really short, not super long. So I make this until 2 a.m. last night. So I hope you guys can get something out of it. One or two things that you can maybe also implement in your countries. More than welcome to do that. Anyway, my name is Abe, the country leader of World Cup Day Indonesia. Yeah, can go next. So, sorry, siapa? You don't who? Go back. Yeah, just one side. Yeah, okay. So maybe some of you know that Indonesia is accumulatively is the largest mobilizer in the whole world. So we have like 91.1 millions of global volunteers, and Indonesia itself, if we comprise all the 6 years, we hit almost 30% of the total global volunteers. And I'm not going to read the numbers one way because it will be so long. But in the end of the day, this is the whole data that we have for the whole 6 years. And we have highlights from every year that we do, such as in 2019, so we work with Unilever. So we transform, not only doing cleanup, but we also advocate FMCG for them to transform with definitely from Tina's legacy, and we got attacked from that as well. The thing is that we're trying to switch the single-use package because in Southeast Asia or developing countries, we definitely face the problem of single-use sachet. And we talked, me and Agustina, we went to Unilever headquarters in Indonesia, and then we're trying to transform them. And until now, even though we're no longer partnering like actively, but the system is there. So until now, they're supporting startups for them being able to provide the bulk system refill. So now that's why in Indonesia there's so many refill bulk store startup in Indonesia because of that, and other FMCG following as well. And I think that's the most important points. And then next one is I want to talk about how we can gather so many volunteers across Indonesia. And starting this year, in Indonesia we have the full complete 38 provinces join every year. And this year I create a special squad or team comprised of 5 people because Indonesia, as you see, is a really, really big country. It's like the entire Europe, the same size, and that's Indonesia. That's how big our country is, and I couldn't do this alone. So I separate into 5 regions of Indonesia that consist of the leaders from its native land and from the local people, that real local people. So like there's Benz. Benz is here. He's the leader of. He actually one of the oldest, the earliest. Sorry, not oldest. The earliest leaders from northern Sumatra, where I came from as well. So he handled 10 provinces starting this year, and then Sapti also here, and she's the one handling these islands like Java and Bali and Nusa Tenggara, and then Fatur, the Borneo's coordinator, and then Anti, the Celebes of Sulawesi, and then Farah, she's handling the Papua and Moluccas Islands. So we create this team so they can help me to assist, because I only live in Jakarta. I never been there, so I never really know what's going on over there. So they're the one who really know what's going on over there. Next, please. And that's just the small sneak peek about how we can sustain our team. And now I'm going to talk about, I'm not going to talk about clean up anymore because we keep talking about clean up for 6 years already. So I'm going beyond World Cleanup Day, and I think this is the most important things because Indonesia is trying to move beyond the World Cleanup Day because we don't want it to be like one day event. So we're trying to create more programs that we can, okay, we can go on more things that we can do. So we have like comprised of one hit event, monthly event, bi-weekly events, and then daily events, and then we're starting to create new cultures. So this is the thing that we're trying to make it from the one-day things until the things that become part of our life. I mean, I can share these slides with you because if I talk this, I won't have enough time. And then next, please. And so this is actually the recent project that I do with Minister. So I become the judge because I have a degree in art. So I try to bridge waste and art. So I create a competitions for Indonesians, the whole countries, so the creative artists can create waste. So it changed the paradigm of how they see the value of waste, that no value become a high value things that it can, you know, sell art piece can be like 100,000 US dollars, something like millions of dollars. So we try to create that mindset for the society. Next, please. And then we also have the provincial level. This is from Ben. So he's been doing a regular activity twice a month in big cities. So he doing it. This is outside World Cleanup Day. So he been making consistent programs, cleaning up park, city, beaches, and then roadside garbage pile. So from various locations. Next, please. And then after that, this is from Bali, and then they're doing the eco enzyme, and then I think you guys meet Bligus Norma, and then we trying to eradicate organic waste, so from food peels, vegetable scraps, and trying to make it into like fermentation out of it, and after that, this enzyme can help people, you know, doing the like, what is it called? The fertilizer, and then to also help other things. So this is actually called the magic enzyme because it can be used for so many things. Next, please. Sorry, I have to run really fast. And then we, the next step is establish a waste bank because this is something that only can happen in the local level. So we're trying to, this is from West Java, and then they initially just volunteers, and after that they created the waste bank because it helped to stimulate the circular economy across, around the regions, and they provide new green jobs for the people, and then the environment also become cleaner as well. So this is really important that you guys maybe can do in municipality level as well. With the local stakeholders, so it's a win-win solutions that because we don't want all the garbage end up in the landfill. Next, please. And then this is the Zero Waste Village model from Central Java, from Septi and Bu Roro and Pak Pur and Umi and kawan-kawan. And then they the one trying to make a waste-free village in Central Java. So this is, they want to, you know, harmonize the things between communities, local wisdom, and environment. So they want to make this into a new culture and part of the society, like they live it and breathe it every single day. Next, please. So this is my latest picture in Instagram because Indonesia team, we talk about bra every day. So last night I went crazy. I want to put this slide. So we're living in a crazy world where crazy people destroying the planets. So you need to become crazy as well. That's really important. Crazy enough to pick up bra from the river because no one will pick bra from the river. So you have to do it. Trust me, other people that crazy will follow you and join you. If I can do it, you can do it. We all can do it. So let's do it.
Okay, just one short comment. What is the biggest challenge that you are facing right now since already many years your leadership in World Cleanup Day to create more bigger impact? Okay, just 30 seconds.
So my challenge is, you know, in this fast-pacing, moving world, so it's really, sometimes I have a challenge to keeping up my pace with the most innovative technology and new solutions, and there's so many things that we have to make it more, interesting, because waste is something that if people talk about waste, it's become really serious, right? So you have to make it fun, bridge through art, culture, festival, make it fun. If people see it in a different way, then that's how you should do it, because solving waste is not only just through cleanups. Even cleanup is just a trigger, but you can do it in any other fun way to make it fun. Yeah.
Thank you, Abe. Please give big applause to Indonesia. So, yeah, this is the problem. When you ask our country leader to speak 5 minutes, it's really hard. Everyone love microphone, so don't want to give back to someone else. So this is one of the great examples that you can already see from Indonesia. Later on, we will share all of this slide with you, so you can see which one maybe you can do, which you can adapt to your country, which one fit to your country. Like, do you think that is doing something with art, for example, waste and art is something sweet to you, or to change the village to become green village, or waste, so many programs that you can see how the Indonesian team have been working with multi-stakeholders to make it happen. So now, after from Indonesia, we will hear the story from Cambodia. Bura Ki Hong. Bura is like my little brother. So we have been together since the training in Singapore. That at that time he was 19 years old. 18 years old, and then he decided to come back to Cambodia and becoming really active youth ambassador. Like, he was joining training in Singapore when we had youth ambassador training. And now look at Bura, will give all of us really good inspiration what to do in Cambodia. Please, Bura, time is yours.
Okay. Good morning, all the leaders again. I hope you have a great sleep last night, and so do I. Yeah. Okay. So first, I would like to tell you about something first, like what World Cleanup Day means to you. I know one side does not fit all, but to us, Cambodia, World Cleanup Day can mean different. World Cleanup Day is our inspiration. Without World Cleanup Day, maybe today I'm not here. Maybe Mr. Suwan not starting to do the project in waste management. Maybe not at all. Maybe. So I go too fast. Maybe networking. Can you go to this one? Yeah. So to us, World Cleanup Day is the inspiration. World Cleanup Day in Cambodia is a greatest platform that we can unify millions of people. World Cleanup Day we have been hosting since 2018, since I first graduated from high school, which I don't know what to do. I don't have any purpose in life. I don't know what should I study next. And then when I met Mr. Suwan, I know, okay, maybe I should start doing something to do something good, to help the environment, to help the people. Yeah. And can you go to the next slide? Moreover, with the World Cleanup Day, it's not just pushing me personally or as an institution, but also push the government in Cambodia. Every cleanup, every World Cleanup Day, every year, we always host 25 cities and provinces, which means it is across the country. And not only that, we have the networking. Because of World Cleanup Day, we have the networking across the country. So when we want to do the event or anything, we have the contact person ready. It's just like a glance of an eye, things are ready, and it's worked out. Yeah. Can you go to the next slide? And next, it's about me. I think it's my experience input or my related to some of the volunteer here, because I started since 2018 as the volunteer, and then in 2022, I became the full-time. Sometimes the emotional benefit is outweigh the financial benefit. We all want to make positive change. Among all the volunteers back then in 2018, right now I'm the one who stay like the longest. I don't know what to say, but I hope the message can spread out to the volunteer. Please keep up your good work, because one day you should trust the process, because for me, I trust the process, because one day we can work it out together and that we can achieve our goal together. Yeah. Can you go to the next slide? Yeah. Yeah, this is just the timeline that I want to show you when we start since 2018, 20, and until 2024. Yeah, can you go to the next slide? Yeah. So what is the impact? What is the inspiration from World Cleanup Day? So after launching series of World Cleanup Days in 2018, we addressed that there's a lot of positive changes in terms of waste management on land. But there's still loophole in the rivers and ocean. For example, in Penang, I can't imagine Penang polluted by the plastic waste. It would be so painful to see that. That's why we address that, and we think we should start an organization called River Ocean Cleanup. And why not save the water we all drink? Why not? So we come up with the vision that to save the rivers and ocean from plastic waste. Yeah, next step. Yeah, so we have converted ourselves, or we can say add on of a scope of work beside 1 year or two or three time time per year to a full-time job. We testing the model, what we call, changing the informal sector to the formal sector by giving incentive and giving insurance, as you can see. Yeah, next step. Yeah, and until now we have collected over 1,000 tons already out of rivers and ocean from one of the biggest rivers lake in the world, Pasak, Mekong, Tonle Sap. Yeah, go next. Yeah, and all the waste that we bring, we have our zero waste center. We sort it properly into recyclable and non-recyclable. Because of the condition of the waste in the rivers are so dusty under the heat for too long, so over 90% cannot be recycled. So we work with the what we call cement plant to do the co-processing. So everything that we collect becomes zero waste. We don't allocate the waste to the dump site, but becomes zero in the environment. Yeah, this is the impact that you can see after years of cleanup. Before it's like this, and now in the rivers it's like this. You can see the tangible impact here. Yeah, and then it's the recognition from the government, from the former Prime Minister, Minister of Environment, and we just launched our another 5-year river cleanup just recently on the 20th of March. Yeah. And our way forward, well, to how to say, scale up our World Cleanup Day in Cambodia. Right now, we're trying to integrate with the national campaign of Ministry of Environment and Ministry of Tourism, because every year there's millions of people joining the campaign. So we would like to integrate so that we can scale it up quickly. And about the challenge? Okay. Okay. And about the challenge, since our World Cleanup Day become like in the UN agenda, sometimes right now in Cambodia it's a bit hard to control because it's become a public event right now. And like for example in Cambodia, some company, they don't care about who's the leader of the country. They just do it by themselves. So it's about the reporting. Sometimes we're also struggling. And thanks for me and Martin that they proposed the app. Maybe we can share and use together. Thank you.
Thank you, Bura. Big applause to Bura. What an inspiration for young person from Cambodia. But actually, I just want to give you update as well. So, Bura's senior, Sovan, you professor, right, Sovan? Yeah, so Bura's professor, Zovan No, actually the first regional director for Asia. Maybe you aware it before, after Sovan, Leo, and then now me, actually. So Cambodia have been contribute also to the regions. And I also know, I think few things that Bura you are doing with Tim beside this project, also this you recycling thing, like you after you clean up and then you make it like from from pot or some furniture, right, something like that. So yeah, Cambodia also do some of this project. So from the waste they pick up from the river and then they make like furniture from that. So that kind of also other impact, of course, is a long way to go. So like we explained before, it's not only anymore about the cleanup, but we always think what we can do more than just cleanup. This is why we are talking today about the impact beyond cleanup project. Right, now we will go to the third country who will share their story. Sirs from Laos, please give applause to sirs. Thank you, sirs. I think, yeah, we can start now. Thank you, sir. Yep.
Sorry I couldn't get with you, but my heart is with you, and really, I miss you, and I hope to see you soon. But I couldn't go to Penang this time. Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye-bye. Wow, that is the last message. I miss you. Oh my God, that's really, we miss him, of course. Like, it's so long already we didn't see sirs since in Estonia, I think, like 2018, yeah, 2018. And yeah, sirs is continue working in Laos in one of the village there, but it's really good because he is consistently fighting, working with the partners to make the city also provide the drop box system, and working with different partners, as you already see, with hospital and with collecting batteries and all of this. So that he actually consistent doing the campaign that to make sure everyone sort the waste and the waste can manage properly. So now we will, after from Laos, we will hear really special presentation from Singapore, because Chun not only to give the presentation, but also look at how multitasking Chun. Now we'll give the presentation at the same time becoming IT guy.
Oh, it's okay. I think I can just click. Yeah. Hello, everyone. I'm Chun from Singapore. Nice to meet you. Yeah. So Singapore is a very small country, right? So today I won't talk about cleanup because our cleanup numbers are always very small. But yeah, so today I'll talk about something interesting about what we are doing kind of beyond cleanups, right? I think cleanup is something that all of us here are very familiar with. But as we are thinking about what we can do more, so we are exploring also, other kind of workshops and things that we can really engage, especially companies and organizations, to actually, work together to really kind of, have a more sustainable future. So while we are working on one of the projects, it's still work in progress, it's carbon literacy. So this is one of the projects that we are partnering with a UK kind of NGO, and they are creating, actually a set of content that is certified, and it's based on a group of academics where they actually created, a simple set of content where people can actually calculate, their carbon footprints, and more importantly, also how companies can reduce their carbon footprint. So we are kind of working to actually adapt this material for Singapore so that we can really, get many organizations to work on carbon reduction. And so what we really observe is that, I think without that knowledge, right, it's also difficult for people to really make real change, right, in the processes, in the companies that they do, right? But it also needs, more in-depth understanding of what climate change really is and how it relates to our daily lives, right? So the idea is to really make, that real impact for sustainability. Yeah, so a lot of that content, is based on the IPCC report, for climate change. Yeah, I won't bore you with all the things, but basically, it kind of condense it down to like an 8-hour. Sorry, 8 hours course, right? To cover all of different topics. So there's something that we are working on. So very interesting, not from Singapore, but overall in this course, they noticed that 93% of the respondents, right, say that they have some change in their behaviors, in their daily lives, or in their companies, as they come to understand, the more detailed aspect about climate change. Yeah, so that's something that we are doing. And another workshop that we're working on is also work in progress, is Climate Fresh, also related to this point, right? But for those who try to open the IPCC report, it's like a 400-page document that nobody understands, too complicated for most human beings, right? So this is something we are trying to organize. It's kind of like a workshop where people play and have this ideation session and really kind to understand, what are all the things that impact, right? Because climate change is really like a huge web, of impacts, things that happens, both humans and, nature and science, the sky, the sea, the land, and everything, huge web of activities. So it's a very good way to really allow people to appreciate, our role, right, in the nature. So there's something that we are trying to push in a fun way to get people to understand, and this becomes a good conversation for people to start, making change in their lives. So these are two activities that we are trying to push, in addition to all the cleanups, to get people to start thinking, about how to make change in their daily life. Okay, so this is a very quick workshop. So as quick conclusions, we are also working with government grants to actually get people to adopt, this, actually to make these changes, and also getting our team certified, to be facilitators for this workshop, so that there's something that we can expand beyond just doing cleanup. Okay, so that's all. So I hope all of you, get some good ideas from this. In your countries, besides doing cleanup, there are also a lot of activities where we can really push for long-term change, in people's daily lives and also in companies and organizations. Okay, thank you.
Just one quick question. If any other countries, for example, want to have you as a dead trainer, there to also train their team,
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah, definitely. So I think the climate affairs one is quite possible to do online, right? So we can do that together. So yeah, just reach out to me through WhatsApp or through something, email, anything. Okay. Take a picture. Oh, okay. 8-hour course. This one. Okay. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay, thank you. Yeah, training worldwide team. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, June. Wow, what a good inspiring from Singapore. And this is why we need to hear the story clearly, because then we understand who has what skill we need. Because if our team, we know our team, I think like we still lack in this kind of knowledge, and then which country we can reach that can support us. That is one of also that why you need to put the attentions, and then you see what you need in the future. So now it's lucky because you can grab them anytime, because you already meet them in person, even much easier. And now I think from Singapore we will go to Taiwan. So we have Yuanita, our regional coordinator and also country leader of Taiwan.
Morning, everyone. I'm Wanida Ho from Let's Do It Taiwan. I just wondering, whenever we mention Taiwan, what's the first impression, image that appear to your mind? Today, I'll show you something that beyond working update. Okay, here you see the picture. This is Mountain J. Mountain J. This is the highest mountain in Taiwan. Today I'll show you a story just happened 60 days ago about it. Okay, next. Oh, okay. That's a little ambiguous. This is a picture. This is a group. Why? This is a group of university students. They just do their celebration because they climb to the top of the mountain. And after a few minutes after their celebration, a big earthquake occurred. The earthquake magnitude is 7.2. It's very, very, I don't know, have you ever imagined that kind? Never? Okay. So a lot of people talk about what happened in Taiwan. I want to bring one message from them. One student shared with the media. They say, we feel the insignificance, what the human being, what the humanity. Because I think whenever we start to respect the nature, things will become different. Next. Okay. Thanks to God, the casualty of this kind of the earthquake this time is fewer than last time, much more fewer. Okay. So I think we will learn from our experience and getting better and better. How? Next, I think there are three major sectors. Their behavior will impact the environment. First one is government. The second one is industry. And the third part, the most important part, is us. Okay, so Taiwan do a lot of study about the industry because they have a eager need. They have to meet the regulation from the government. So big company, they have to set up a team, a very big team. That's what we call ESG team, department, to do the ESG report, a lot of kind of ESG report. And each of them have to mapping to different standard. So you know that's how much the paperwork supposed to take a lot of effort, take a lot of human power. So if it is easy, much more easy for big company to do that. But how about those companies that's with smaller size? They have to meet the regulation. However, they don't even have the power to do that. That's the situation right now. So I think under this kind of situation, we have two kind of risk. One is the one I mentioned. No one can reach that, but we have time strength. We have to meet that. But the other kind is the one who can do the report. They know the rule. They know how to present themselves. So there must be something that needs to be audited, be investigated. Otherwise, the greenwash will happen. We can see, okay, next one. Please. Just a few days, I think just a couple years ago, research just told us the degree, 1.5 degree will happen around 2040. However, this year, 2024, we just passed the deadline. So the issue is, I want to tell you is that, okay, we try to do that, but the situation seems not that easy. Okay, next one. I have the last minute. Okay, so I just share the story. Next one. 下一张. Here, this is Arky Island. Okay, Arky Island is the outlying island of Taiwan. It's a very beautiful island. However, they have the impact of garbage brought by the currents, the ocean currents, and they have the impact of tourism. So a lot of people try to deal with this kind of situation. They participate our World Cleanup Day 2018. However, the situation there is not improved a lot. Why? Because I think the first one is people who relate to this issue, they don't have trust to each other. And the second is we always try to complicate way to solve it. Yeah, that's what I keep in mind. The next one is, I think I can pass this. The last one. Taiwan, we have an educational program which called eNote. We run that project since, I think, 3 years ago. However, every time, I keep asking myself, what actually those students get from each time we do this kind of activity? I keep asking myself, because they show up and they of course, they enjoy this. and I just don't know actually what happened to them. Recently, I received a message from the students who participate in our virtual Asia Academy. They just told me how to participate digital cleanup, and we want to organize that in our campus, and we want to promote that to other schools. I think the things we're supposed to do is just keep spreading out our seed to all those people and keep everything simple and just do what we're supposed to do right now. Okay, that's my story.
Thank you, Juanita. So Taiwan, besides they're working actually with this like energy company, trying to lobbying energy company, they also actively working with their government and doing advocacy that to change the regulation and to how you say to focus on working on, for example, forcing like the market, like net market to force the small business to use the reusable plastic, for example, instead of single-use plastic. So this is also kind of work that Taiwan team also doing. So really impressive what they are doing actually. Now, after from Asia, we will still two more. We still have two more. We have Kenya and also Japan. But let's go to Kenya and Tako, you will go the last. Let's welcome Christine Sayo. Oh, we still have India. Just like you fly so far.
Thank you, Augustine. Oh my God.
Sorry.
Hello, everyone. My name is Christine Sayo, currently operating on 4 hours of sleep or less, having flown 17 hours from Nairobi, Kenya to come and join you, and it's really a pleasure. Please don't tell me it's 5 minutes. Don't tell me 5 minutes. 17 hours to do 5 minutes. Okay, yeah. So I'll be sharing with you some strategies of how we do advocacy for World Cleanup Day in Kenya. Some of this may be familiar to you. And so, yeah. But before I even go into that, we started discussions with Heidi about World Cleanup Day in Kenya in 2016. And we had our first World Cleanup Day event in 2018. And since then, we've had 100,000 Kenyans, plus or minus. I think plus. Somebody mentioned when World Cleanup Day happens, you have so many other people, you see photos and you're like, which group is this one, There are those groups that you're aware of, and then because of how you have communicated about the day, other groups just take, and I love that because it's taken, the World Cleanup Day has taken a life of its own, and now people are just celebrating it even without you having to organize them, which for me is the beauty of this movement and the beauty of what we have done across the world. So far the numbers that we have are 100,000, but there is more. And yeah, 200 kilograms of trash. So yeah, I'll just share with you like some of the strategies for advocacy that we've been using. The first being using local languages. So it's very nice to belong to a global movement like this one of ours. But the thing, what that comes with, especially for myself in Kenya, and I believe most of us who work in the Africa region, is you're looked at as this very rich movement that is being funded by people from the West. So in our bid to make this acceptable in the Kenyan context, we had to start using our local languages. So this one is just my environment, my responsibility, but in Kiswahili, which is a language that most Kenyans speak. So using local languages is one of the strategies. Next, responding to local needs. So again, we come with this very nice movement that is on cleanups. But then as we are doing the cleanups, people are asking us, where do we take the trash? And one of the things that's happening in my country, there are regions that have trash bins, which either and this is usually like in the really nice, posh areas. But then there are those regions in the country where there is no trash bin. So people are collecting trash, or they have trash, but there's nowhere to throw that trash. So this leads to the bigger problem of pollution. So as Let's Do It Kenya, we started this, even as we do the awareness forums, we also donate trash bins and install them in the different communities, especially those that are underserved or do not have waste management facilities like bins. The third one was creatively working with youth. I'm really inspired by the guy from Cambodia who started this journey at 18 years. Okay, that should have been bigger. We work with young people. I'm the oldest in the organization. A lot of the people I work with are young, and one of the things, and like the Indonesia team, we are organized in provinces. So we have different regional leaders coordinating different activities. And this is just an example from one of the regions that is near the Indian Ocean, so it's called Mombasa. And one of the activities they do is engage youth through sports. So they have football matches where, because football is a really popular sport in that area, they use the football match to bring people together. And then once people come together, then they now start talking about, like this one was specifically on cigarette butt pollution. So they choose different topics on which they focus, but having used the, can I say, cover of football to bring people together. Next one. Yeah, so this is just, again, us working with young people. I think you've seen this photo somewhere. This is not Kenya, by the way. I just stole it. I stole it from Let's Do It. I was like, oh, that looks good. Yeah, this is Trash Pocket. I don't know if you've had an experience with Trash Pocket. We were part of the Trash Pocket program. Again, trying to raise awareness on cigarette butts as a form of microplastic solution. And just saying, because again, people always ask us, so you guys just wait for September to come up. And they're like, no, we have, throughout the whole year, we've been doing a number of things and engaging communities on different projects. Yeah, and then this one, again, something that Heidi graciously helped us to do, organizing exchange visits, and it's part of why I'm here, hoping we can do this with one of the teams here. So 2 years, has it been 2 years? Yeah, 2 years ago, we did an exchange visit between the government of Kenya and government of Estonia, where we took government officials and Ministry of Environment in Nairobi County to Estonia on a learning visit where they were able to visit. Wow, I came 17 hours. 17 hours to be told 1 minute. I will take 17 hours. No, I'm almost done. Yeah, so yeah, so just that learning, which for us helped us to, as much as our government officials got to learn, and I also got to learn, but it also helped us to build a very strong relationship with government. And before I came here, I was talking to the two about how it's very important to have a relationship with government, because the minute you have the government logo, the government goodwill, then it helps you to unlock so many doors in terms of funding and also other partners that you can bring on board. So those people that we went to Estonia with for the visit have since become very good personal friends, and they're always very much willing to engage and also incorporate us in the activities. And I think I mentioned it before I came here, I think the time was too short, but they also had really wanted to, come here and be with you, but the time was limited, so we could not get authorization or funding from the government to make the trip. I think this is the line. Yeah, so yeah, those are just some of the advocacy strategies. Of course, we are not yet there, but we continue to grow by learning, by hearing, by sharing from fellow leaders like yourself. And yeah, viva the Let's Do It movement. Thank you.
Thank you, Sanyo. Thank you for coming here from far, far away and to give inspiration for us. You know, Sanyo, one of also the oldest one, not the oldest, the longest. Sorry, not what I mean. The longest in the movement because, yeah, Sanyo has been so active, I think, in Africa since how many years you already? Yeah, yeah, but it was really good experience, you know, to bring your government because besides they love traveling, but they have to also. So how you convince them to come to Estonia or to other country normally?
So I just walk in and ask. I will send a letter. They have very bureaucratic ways of operating. I see someone nodding, but it's more like you have to write a letter and it has to be hand delivered. And then usually, because that is official government process, but I will also just make a follow-up call just to say, hey, I brought a letter to your office. Did you see it? And then, yeah, they love traveling, so they will come. But also just, I think most importantly, framing it, looking at their, can I say, strategic plan, and aligning your activity to that. So like for the Nairobi County, it was more looking at, okay, this is the climate strategy for the county. They have learning visits. And then I was like, okay, what country can we visit? And I disturbed Heidi so much. And she's like, okay, you can come. Yeah, so because I was looking at the bigger picture of these are people we have been trying to get in their big good books, but we've not done it the way we want to. So if we go with them, we have like a week or so of just sitting with them in one room. They will never forget about us. And to this date, they have never forgotten about us. So
That's good.
to act.
That's a strategy. Okay,
Yes.
that's the strategy, everyone. Thank you so much, Sanyo, for sharing your experience. Actually, this kind of strategy, how like you make your government fall in love with you and with your movement, so you have to bring them together to join you. And it's also inspiring story, for example, from Palestine today. I heard that in 2019 in Bali, Palestinian government was there joining the conference in Bali. And now the representative, the one who come to Bali, becoming the governor in Palestine country. So congratulations, Luai, for bringing them together. Now Luai is working with them closely. So thank you as well for bringing the inspiration for the country. So this kind of thing, you know, sometimes you never expect when you bring your government together with you, and then it end up like they reach at the top level, and then they can make a good regulation for their country. So now 2 more countries, and now we will go to Japan representative. We will have Takao, country leader of Japan.
Hi, good morning. And actually, you know, all of the presentation was so good and so great, and I was so impressed by all of the presentation. Let me, you know, have probably 3 minutes or 4 minutes to share some our story. And actually, last week in Tokyo, we had some Earth Day event, and actually they gave us opportunity to introduce our activities, and also, you know, we emphasize that now, you know, the World Cleanup Day is registered as a UN International Day as of the, you know, with September 20th. So actually, you know, we are trying to, you know, make people be aware of this, you know, the international, UN International Day, new International Day. Yeah, and so that happened last week. And in Japan, actually, Earth Day is not so organized. Actually, you know, there is no nationwide organization, only, you know, organization in Tokyo, or separately. There are some groups in other regions, but well, last week we did this kind of things. We had some booths, yeah. And please, next please. Yeah. So first, actually, in Japan, we are always, how to say, our enemy is the apathy or indifference to the environmental issues. Actually, because in the cities, like Singapore, the road, very clean because the all cleanup that usually done by the local government or the employed people. So actually, people don't feel the such environmental issues as close to us, but but we are trying to do seminars or have the workshops. This is a upcycle workshop, and also this is the elementary school that we had some education, and also with help of the Indonesian team, we had some international collaboration or networking, especially here. There are a lot of the Indonesians or other countries people living in Japan, so we connected to the Indonesian team, and also that was a kind of an opportunity of educating them around the Abe's story, the cleanup or environmental story. So next please. And also actually because of the human resources issues or finance issues, actually we are trying to maintain or create the more the local networks. Actually, I estimate that there is probably thousands of the local or regional NGOs who are working on the cleanup, and so we are trying to create a network, and especially as you may know, the problems in cities and the problems in the small islands are so different. For example, here this is a photo in the southern small island. Oh, sorry. Okay, small island, and actually, in the southern small island, the tide brings a lot of trashes, and also actually they clean up beach and collect the trashes, but because of the small island, there is no actually the quantity of the trash exceed the capacity of the trash management, local trash management, and so they ship out to the other regions to manage those trashes. So each region has different challenges. So we are trying to connect the people, and also we share some know-hows or knowledge or wisdom, and trying to find some solutions. Yeah, and also like Dropbox, some in some regions, actually in Tokyo, our teammate create the trust station, or we call it trust station, to create some the trash bins or such kind of things. So so we often have the kind of a Zoom meeting among a lot of the local stakeholders to keep the some kind of a passion of the cleanups and also the environmental issues. Yeah, so we are doing such kind of things, and also some of us are working on the Marshall Islands, or some small islands in the Pacific Ocean. So yeah, this is a photo from a Marshall Islands, and also so we also have some kind of international the collaborations among them. Yeah, that's all from my side. Thank you.
Thank you, Takao. I think there are similar program what you have like Myanmar, I think, huh? Like you have upcycle workshop as well. So it's really good. You see, now we already find out there are 2 countries which is, for example, have cycling for program like Japan and also Myanmar. We will hear more story from Myanmar on the last day, of course, because we will join a workshop from Zin as well. Do you?
I had that one of my team, Chika, has already, know about the, now.
Ah, that's how this is now. Now I understand why your program in Japan and in Myanmar is similar. So it's like actually some trainers are happening. Yeah. Oh, okay. That's cool. That's really amazing. Please give applause to Myanmar and Japan. Now we can see this story. So really inspiring to see that you guys also now doing this upcycling workshop and teaching more people. And I hope that more countries can come with these ideas as well. So then, when we have like old clothes and old accessories or everything, we just don't throw it away, but we do something with it. So become new, and then, we don't need to buy new clothes instead. So yeah, now we will go to the last country because everyone we have to leave this room at 11. We will have coffee break and snacks in upstairs. So we have to go upstairs and enjoy our snacks for 15 minutes and then come back later. But before that, we will hear 5 minutes presentation from India. Please welcome Umang.
Good morning, all. I think I will inform on 16 that I am presenting or representing India because I have just joined 2 years back. Professor Pankaj is my friend and he is a founder of Let's Do It India. Basically, Let's Do It India, apart from cleaning, they're working on the governance, health, wellness, that's sustainable tourism and information technology. So since we are like from 2016, Let's Do It India Foundation is working on this various aspects of environment sustainability apart from cleanup. Next. So I think because India is a very big country with more than 1.2 billion population, so catering to all the people is a very difficult task. And in India, that we are not having problem with the government, but the problem with the people, because that people are so habitual in breaking laws and not taking sustainability, environment aspects are very seriously. So bringing the people into table is the biggest challenge which we are right now facing. And that is what I think even, see, we are having active 2.46 million volunteers who are working in these projects. We are impacting like 642 cities, then 43 communities, 2,480 schools, then ministries, municipal corporation, companies, university. So these are the certain that are partners. Next. This is just picture of the activities of, this is a cleanup. Next. This is a recent event we have done, which is on the geopolitical conversation. And in this, like 22 people, like nations from representative that participated. And I think like we have also seen that cigarette, but so we have also given this gift hampers of bags made by cigarette butt to all the participants as well as the dignitaries. And through this dialogue, we want to promote sustainability and invite more projects so that that project can be implemented. And through this project, we can achieve more things and bring up more people. Next. I think this is another thing which we have done. Young Environment Ambassador Award. This is given to the university students who are promoting sustainability, who are part of this event. And we have also told students to give their projects, and so we have awarded them to also. And next. So in education sector, I think we are connecting with the schools. We teach them about environment, various aspects, civic engagement. So because it should be start with the school only. So from school, if they will learn that there are certain aspects they should consider. So these are the where I think the education sector is where one of the important pillar. So this is that our tie-up with the schools and universities. Next. This is a tie-up with the US department where we send delegations every year. It's a 1-month fellowship program. Next. This is a tie-up with the Nanda and Nanda Associates where we send annually 2 students for 2 months training program in Estonia. Next. This is Leaders Academy where we invite leaders from India. So they talk about sustainability, environment. We invite ministers, government people, and also delegates so that the conversation of this continues. Next. So this is the peak of that. Because in India, government is very excited about this project because of this current Prime Minister who's focusing on the cleanliness and everything. He had started this campaign, and because of this campaign, that we are getting good support from the government. Next. So health, we are doing, we have done international workshop with in 2020, 22, where various stakeholders were part of this. Next. This is once again, that's part of, this is all activities which we have done in previous years. Next. The campaign of cigarette butt campaign, which has been done by this Pankaj Chaudhary, is our founder of Let's Do It India. Next. So this is the news which was in the national newspaper regarding what Let's Do It India is doing. Next. Next. We have also collaborated with the young, he's Olympic gold medalist, and he's also the brand ambassador of the Let's Do It India. Cleanup activity, yes, we know, we do every year. Next. Next. Digital cleanup day also. This is the activities which we do. So just I want to give the glimpses of the what activities being done. This is a Blue Initiative, which another part of the Let's Do It India, where we do this. These are the various initiatives and programs of the Let's Do It India Foundation. Next. Then this river cleanup and restoration. See, river cleanup is very challenging in India because of that. All the rivers are dirty because of the people are having faith on the river. Then we consider river as a god. Because of that people throws very trash or sometime offerings to the rivers. And the government is very serious about these things. Yes, yes. I think in tourism, culture sector, we have tied with the Madagascar, and we have sent delegation to learn about sustainability and share experiences. Next. Next. I think we have awarded international, SEEP, Let's Do It India awarded with the SEEP award in Estonia. Next. So this is something media coverage. These are our global partners, various companies and various international organizations. Next. These are all these partners. All 28 states, we are there in all 28 states. I am from Gujarat, which is in the western part, and I'm a professor there. I'm teaching there, and as a part of sustainability project, I have prohibited use of plastics in my campus, where in any event or any place we don't use plastic, and it's a very prohibited where I am teaching. So this is the contact. So thank you for giving me the opportunity.
Thank you, Umar. So many programs from India that we hear, listening to Umar presentation is really cool, because I was thinking like I was doing rapping. It's really fast. Umang, if there is not, because of time, I will sing a Bollywood song for you, but now because it's coffee break time. But what I want to say is really cool program also come from India, because how you change cigarette butt, they collect so many cigarette butt during the campaign, and after that they change the cigarette butt become like bag, like some, I don't know, doll pouch, yeah, some, yeah, pillow. So they do recycle for cigarette butt trash after clean up. So this is maybe something also other country may be doing. If you don't know what to do with your cigarette butt, if you have partners who can do recycle with cigarette butt, something you can maybe think about. So many programs, so many things in our mind right now. We are thinking like what kind of program is sweet to our country and want to bring and want to work with. For example, I just give you another example that normally when we do training, sometimes Indonesia with Singapore or Indonesia with Taiwan, or this is something what you can do. So you can choose any country you want to work with. For example, like Malaysia working with Myanmar. So you can do training, like small training in your country, and then you can invite other country. Either you do it offline, or you can do it also on online or offline. But try to also always work with other country leaders, because it makes us stronger and it makes us, give inspiration to each other. And it's become much better. Yes, Hedy, you want to say something?
Sorry. Just very, very shortly. Yes, about this Christine Sayo and Kenya. Yeah. I just wanted to say that before that we had also a national delegation with Estonian government and 50 delegates from business sector, including Let's Do It World, to Kenya. But it is really great way to go forward to exchange and make an advocacy between the governments. So what I'm saying here, if your government is somehow interested in working with Estonian government, or to have the green initiatives and green practices from Estonia, which we do have a lot, then we definitely can have exchange of their experience and partnership and all these kind of things. Exactly happened with Kenya, and I think it's really great way to create an impact as well. So Let's Do It World with the HQ definitely can be a great partner here. And also to work in Estonian governmental level, because Let's Do It World and World Cleanup Day is very dear to Estonian government and all the world and all their leaders here. So definitely we can have this great thing. And also we have another project which is Sustainable Environmental Educational Program, which we try to hold also in Kenya, but currently in Tanzania and Namibia. And it could be also in India and in many countries as well. So search for their website, Sustainable Environmental Educational Program. We are going to the schools and working with the kids in order to provide environmental education. I didn't talk about that, but we have a lot of things actually, but okay.
Thank you, Hedy. Yes, like Hedy says, we have a lot of things. So think about working with your government, and think right now that you also have another opportunity how to bring them to Estonia, because your government normally have some budget available where they use for exchange visit. We just don't know which country they are targeting. Normally, like they have that budget which is they can use for traveling abroad and for certain program. So if you can work with your government and ask them for that budget allocation where they want to go, maybe Estonia can be your option. Yeah. 1 minute. Okay, you can get 1 minute, Luai, because you fly from far away. 1 minute before we leave this room. It cannot. You have to get out. Sorry. Because of the cable. Yeah. 1 minute from Luai.
Hello, everybody. Thank you, Augustina, for letting me talk this. It's not prepared, but I want, to pass my greeting from my nation, from my country to all of you. This is thank you for Hedy, for Let's Do It Global, for Malaysia, for welcoming Palestine as I'm the leader of the country. I want to say that, in the news that we're facing an aggressive war in Gaza and in West Bank now. And really, everything is damaged, like the drainage system or the sanitary system or even the garbage collection, nothing works. So we need everybody, for clean up this crab, And we started this in 2018. Okay, and this was, and always, we considering September month, it's our birthday month, for each of all us. So for the 6 years, we organizing the cleanup days as a small country, but we couldn't reach the 5%. I mean, we could do 20,000 participants during these 6 years, but this is at least, you know, something good. Every time we trying to make a national team, bigger team, we facing some problems, you know, started from Corona and the political problems, this separation, and now we are in the war. But we always insist to implement and to get growing up together. So I would like to invite everybody for you to like our page, Let's Do It Palestine, on Facebook or Instagram, to see our activities, because as Augustina said, it's she looks here. I asked for 1 minute. Yes, I'm also representing the government of Palestine because I'm working in the governor office. So and she said our deputy who joined the Bali conference, now he is the governor, and that's why he's sending his greets to all of you, and looking to meet, as you know, in the next invitation for the leaders of the countries and with their government representative. Okay, and thank you so much for letting me, you know, say this short speech. Thank you.
Thank you, Luwai, one of our country leaders who are facing not easy way in leading cleanup in this world, which is we have Palestine, and we have also other country which is never ending conflict. But thank you for keep fighting. Thank you for being here with us. You know, when the war happening a lot in Gaza, I was like keep calling Luwai, make sure, Luwai, are you still alive? Are you still alive? I have to make sure that Luwai, you know, yeah. I was really worried. I keep calling Luwai and make sure like the bomb not hitting his house. So yeah, this is you know, this is the thing that we are family, no matter wherever we live. And so many conflict happening, you know, the bomb is everywhere, in Myanmar, in Yemen, now in Iran. We have to call our country leaders not in Iran, like make sure, I have been calling Nima, are you okay? Something happened to you, know, we have to check all of our team in everywhere. And it's not easy for our team, like every time we hear the news from them, it's really make us happy because we know our team still alive there. Kyrgyzstan as well is facing war and conflict. You know, it's crazy what happening in the world. But it's the fact that all of our country leaders, all of our team are not giving up, and we find hope in this movement. We see that when we are together and we are in big family, we see love, and then this is what we need. You know, like because it's really hard to see the reality around us. When we realize so many people die around us, of course it's not easy. But then we see we have big family who can give us support, at least calling us and make sure that is everyone okay, for example. Then calling even to us to send one message. It means a lot for the people who are facing a really hard time right now. So please, now you are connected to so many of our country leaders in different areas. Try to keep connected with each other and try sometime to reach out to our countries who are facing hard time right now in different countries. So this is maybe last word for us to leave this room soon. So now we will go to upstairs. Please have your coffee break and some snacks there. Thank you so much, everyone. Applause for all of us.
Okay, everybody seated yet? Come, ada kerusi di sini. There's some chairs over here. Can we fill up? We'll start in 2 minutes. Over here. All right. Okay. All right. Thank you all for coming. A very good afternoon, or still morning. If I may be allowed to introduce myself, my name is Henry Tay. I'm part of World Cleanup Day as well as from Malaysian Humanitarian Foundation. So we are doing this project in conjunction and in partnership with Penang Island City Council. So most of the events will start this afternoon and focusing first on youth today, and tomorrow will be on with local governments, corporates, NGOs, and civil society. So why are you here today, or right now specifically, is because we are trying to see if we can have an interesting conversation with leaders that hopefully will inspire you, that you may already have done in your country, that you can also share with us, or you may want to do the same in your own country. More than happy to share, at the same time, more than happy to also learn. So if I may be allowed to, with no particular order, but to start with the introduction of Denise. So Denise is a youth leader negotiator with the UNFCCC. So we would be interested to know how we can do more together to support, to be audited, to learn, to comply, so that we know that we are not just doing it and have some kind of benchmarking and making sure that waste doesn't become waste in some form and shape, and how does that link to climate change. Second person we'd like to also introduce is no other than Heidi, which I would say 95% of you will know her very well. She's the president and the head of the network of World Cleanup Day, and we're superly happy to see her. And of course, we have not forgotten the lady that is next to her, called Annette, who is the CEO of Let's Do It World and World Cleanup Day. And on my left will be seated with the yellow shirt is our Board of Steering Trustees from the Malaysian Humanitarian Foundation, Raja Masha Moha. And on his right will be Tuan Ahmad Farid Muhammad, who is a Deputy Under-Secretary, Climate Change Division from the Ministry of Natural Resources and Environmental Sustainability of Malaysia. You can see all of this on the website, by the way. And last but not least, someone that we work a lot with, sometimes tussling, but nice. Puan Umi Kaltum, Federal Territory Director for Solid Waste Management and Public Cleaning Corporation. So why are we here today? We will have about an hour, half of which we would like to have a conversation where Heidi can present what World Cleanup Day can do better together with Malaysia and maybe even with SW Corp, so we can have a 30 minutes sharing, knowing that it is Sunday, so we don't want to tax you guys too much. So 30 minutes. And how does that waste link to climate change, which is where we'd like to have a conversation also with Tuan Farid, and to see where we can play a role, where we can be useful, where we can volunteer, and how we can support. So without further ado, can I maybe seek for Heidi to start, if it's okay? And let's give her a hand of applause.
Thank you so much. And I was invited to talk about the possibilities of the United Nations Day, as our World Cleanup Day is now in United Nations calendar. And there is also presentation talk about the Let's Do It World and World Cleanup Day, and I'm going to go through this really shortly because I'm absolutely sure that we all know really well what is a World Cleanup Day, what is the Let's Do It World, but maybe it's needed really shortly. So the thing why we actually are working with the World Cleanup Day is we see that the people doesn't know about the waste. They cannot see the waste. And we called in Let's Do It World trash blindness. This is something what we have been invented. There's a lot of countries who already people are burning inside the waste, and this is becoming a new normality. Or there are also a lot of countries in this world who are consuming a lot, but actually the waste management is so good. Managing everything well, but still we are using the earth's resources, and we don't know about overconsumption because we cannot see it. We cannot see the waste around us, and we are trash blind as well. And why the people are not taking sometimes actions is because they didn't believe that actually they can change the world. They are too small. They are not believing that one step actually can do a lot. So small things are not making any difference. And this big organization started in 2008 from Estonia, really small cleanup. And it actually changed our society. So and we had also ambassadors and 600 partners. It was a 6 months preparation. But what is the most important of that? So this is a social enterprise, we might be saying. This is a social movement. And it was a calculation that the first cleanup in Estonia spared from the government 22.5 million euros in 2008 already. You see, we had 5% of our Estonian population on the cleanup. A lot of volunteers are working on that. We had experts who work pro bono. We had partners who provided a lot of services. And if the government might be doing the same project, the preparation time might be 3 years and cost 22.5 million euros. So this is the cost and the resources what this kind of organizations like social enterprises, like big organizations where the big power of world and people are coming together can do. So this is really big power. We're becoming to create the organization called Let's Do It World in some moment because the first World Cleanup Day was really successful. Here's one part of our organization, one of the conferences. So yes, we are in 164 countries in a majority of the world, but last year we had much more participants, not just from our network countries. I like this slide. It's the values of the organization currently. We do believe that we can change the world with the humans and through the humans, and in positive way with the collaborations. We are not nudging, we are not pointing the fingers, we are not blaming. Instead of that, we could come to the partners, to the stakeholders to say, let's cooperate, how we can cooperate together. So this is a much smarter way to go forward and help them to work on the strategies as well. So everybody win-win, and the world is winning from that as well. So we are clear, we are simple, we are positive, and we have to also celebrate. As Andy said, we have to have fun. Yes, Abe, we have to have fun as well during the work cleanup days and so on. So this is our biggest World Cleanup Day campaign. I think it's all this. And besides the World Cleanup Day, we're doing Digital Cleanup Day as well. And very important message, we are not, in my opinion, we are not cleanup organization, in my opinion. When I see already all these great projects that have been, like best practices have been showed here today's morning, I can see that yes, we are using the World Cleanup Day as a trigger by bringing the partners on board and catalyzing the change in different kind of part of society, including partnerships. And that is the most important. We are catalyzing a cooperation in cross-sectoral way, and also finding the ways how we can sustain the change which is coming from the World Cleanup Day. And this is the most important. It's because the waste is a symptom. Now, as we already can see, there is regular cleanups, different kind of campaigns. We are working with different kind of partners around the world. We are working with literacy projects, advocacy, as I mentioned before as well, with the communities, with business sector, but also with the government. We have been heard best practices from Asia, but this kind of best practices also in Latin America, also in Africa, also in Europe. We are working towards a circular economy. We have different kind of green startups, and this is started also by the Let's Do It World leaders after being 6 years in the World Cleanup Day. So what is our ultimate aim is to have 5%. I talked about it. It is proved by the scientists that it actually is having a momentum which is creating not systemic change yet, but change in society, which is creating systemic change as well. And if you are engaging 5% with very strong communication, that is creating an impact. Then you have the government on board, local municipalities, big organizations, and media. You will be visible, and you can talk the right things to the people. I'm taking it very shortly, but yes, we have done it 6 times. And with these 6 times, we had on board 91 million people with 6 World Cleanup Days. A single day, 91 million people from 211 countries and territories. This is not something what we're summing up if I talk about the countries, because if you talk about yearly, then last year we engaged 198 countries and territories. This is repeating each year, and it's growing. It is 95% of United listed countries. Guys, there is no other organization who can do that, in my opinion. This is really easy and really bold idea. Nice picture from Tanzania. But here you can see also the numbers. And we have also a COVID times here. We had slight dropout, but then we figured out the digital cleanup day, which we have becoming a really big global campaign, really successful as well. And if you talk about the digital cleanup day, it's really great way to engage the corporates and business sector organizations into the movement as well, because digital cleanup is something which is easy to do also in the corporates. By the way, we have, if you go to the workcleanupday.org, then about section, there is each year annual report. Annual report does consist a lot of information. And I also saying thank you to Japan team, who is usually also translating into Japanese and showing also to the partners. So you can see 5% of clubs, some organizations or some countries have been engaged already. Big amount of their population, and highlighting Slovenia, 13%. And they made it twice. And actually they are part of the Work Cleanup Day just with 500 volunteers, because they are working on green big projects, and also they are recycling 70% of the waste in this country. So this is the impact of big cleanups by bringing a lot of people together. Highest participant numbers of a really big engager working with all the schools around on this country was Mozambique for this year. They have done already many years. They worked 3 days on the Work Cleanup Day, not just 1 day. Engage schools, universities, ministries, and a lot of organizations. And second one is Indonesia, of course, and it is always growing. I see this number is growing again. All the numbers are actually growing. And India and United States, and so on. United States, we are working with Earth Day, so big thank you for our global partner in Earth Day. I know we are all here together as well. Cambodia have been growing really fast again, and Brazil really steadily have been growing into really big participation. Lot of different kind of projects here as well. Germany, Italy, and Philippines all have been growing. Everyone who have already made big cleanups are growing bigger. So you can see also by the population for this year, it's nearly 10% if you talk about Mozambique, Cambodia, also Latvia have been, it's our neighbor country in Estonia and Baltics, have been on board mainly with 7 up to 10% of population. And records as well, records, new records. Here is our leaders. Oh, I can touch in this way as well. Oh. So if you talk about organization, as we are global, we are happy also to say that we have global, really big patrons. And one of them is Ursula von der Leyen, President of European Commission. Then we have also Roberto Metsola. And last year we had a meeting with Brussels with their different kind of leaders. We have Pankaj from India, and also Juanita from Taiwan. If you name some leaders from, not just from Europe, taking part of this nice initiative. And we had really great talk about how this kind of NGOs like we are can be working and supporting with the legislation, to work with the plastic, to work with their communities, how we can actually support each other, because we are really big. We are mainly, basically in all countries in Europe. And for this year, Ursula von der Leyen and also Roberto Metsola are still continuing as patrons of the Work Cleanup Day. Recognition, we have had quite many recognitions also from United Nations. We have the tree, they are planting the tree in Unea, in Kenya, in Nairobi. I tried to find it, but I didn't find it, but it's still there, I hope. It's still alive, yes. Then we have UN Habitat Scroll of Honor Award given in Cameroon. And last year, we are really proud with our network. It's belonged to all our network is United Nations SDG Award winner for mobilization last year in Rome. And now, I think the biggest milestones in our history, I'm coming to the point now, is United Nations, being listed in United Nations calendar. And now the date is 20th of September. In some weeks, because United Nations calendar is strict calendar, it is not moving. You have 20, you have 20. Forever, we have to make this work cleanup day on 20th of September. It could be Monday, it could be Saturday, it could be whatever. But we can agree that for this year, it's Friday. So let's have the same model as Mozambique had. Friday and Saturday, if it's needed, Sunday as well. And this is our big day. And it's also really rare that the resolution was actually read twice by 193 member states. Firstly, in United Nations Habitat, UNGA, in Nairobi, in Kenya, and then also in UNGA, in New York. And it was solidarial decision that, and even with hard countries in this world who are in their huge war right now, I'm not mentioning the names to being political, but even those countries said that we need World Cleanup Day. That's why I'm positive and I will sign for that. And this is very big thing to do for us. So it's a, sorry, I'm gonna have to go back. It's a concrete resolution. In United Nations, there is a lot of letters and numbers. I'm not reading it. But it is like unofficially, we have also a certificate for that 20th of September is officially World Cleanup Day. And what is becoming really interesting regarding of World Cleanup Day, that behind of this big day and campaign is a concrete movement called Let's Do It World, which is started from, as already mentioned before, we are in 164 countries already. And I think it's standing out in this way that we have this network, which is worldwide, working for one single day, and it could be really strong and really impressive. Last year, we talked about 19.1 million people engagement in 198 countries and territories. So, so basically, we are in the United Nations calendar, the only event and day who can secure the big results and visibility around the world about this event. And especially I have been asked to talk about what it means to be a host country. I have been working also with some leaders to seek the host country for the World Cleanup Day. It means that this country, concretely, who wants to become the host country, can have 3 different kind of huge topics and events during the World Cleanup Day. Not to mention that all the network around the world is working for the concrete day, which is World Cleanup Day, which is really vital and vibrant. So it means also that the country can provide different kind of knowledge and branding of the country itself, branding as a green ambassador for the world, branding all the green initiatives, all the green projects, all the scientists, all the universities, all the green ideas from this country to the world. So it's very good for the branding and take a leadership for the World Cleanup Day. Secondly, we can also deliver a really high, outstanding conference. And it's not just with their Let's Do It World leaders, which is always so inspirational, as we already heard in the morning as well, but it also can be different kind of United Nations people. It could be also presidents and prime ministers. Usually conference has been opened by their prime ministers and also presidents where we are holding the conference. So we can have really great and nice and strong opinion leaders regarding of the circular economy, zero waste, green initiatives, to find the solutions, to inspire, which is really important, and furthermore, most important, to collaborate and find the solutions from the cooperation. So this conference is definitely shaping also the World Cleanup Day and around it, and also provide to the host country a high visibility, because the communication and marketing will be done with United Nations itself, not just with the Let's Do It World, and not just with our channel, but with their partnership with their United Nations Habitat and United Nations itself. And third thing, which is always really inspiring, because this is very, very unique. And I don't know that somebody else is doing it, this kind of green organizations like we are. So we are creating in each year during the World Cleanup the Call and Media Center. Call and Media Center, we have like 100 volunteers. Part of them are working with the media and publications and PR. Part of them are working to going to call to all the leaders. We are holding it 24 hours, because the world is 24 hours. And then we are trying to call to all the leaders, and they are in the cleanup. Sometimes we cannot reach the leaders because they are working. And we are making also the live videos with some of the leaders. So it will be really highly visible. Last year, actually 2 years back, we had 100 countries with whom we had live videos. Last year we had less because we had very concrete program during UNGA in New York. All the Call Media Center was working in New York and also in Tallinn. And beside of this Call and Media Center, what is the reason of the Call and Media Center? To provide to the world the stories, to provide content to the press release, and to provide the great stories for the social media channels. And for the country who is hosting it, we can actually, give more things and more visibility and more great practices. During the Call and Media Center, we have also broadcast show. This is something which is very value added, because broadcast show is 9 or 6 or whatever the host country is deciding program, long with lot of people in the live studio with really well moderated program. And in this program, we have guests from United Nations, from the governments, also our leaders, also some of the videos what we have been recording in the World Cleanup Day during the Call and Media Center sessions. And here we definitely can highlight all their green initiatives and really great programs. And especially for the host country, this is a really great place to sell and put the forefront of environmental movement, the host country, to show everything good, which is, inspirational, the scientists, the universities, the programs, what have been done in concrete country. So this is exactly that. So, and becoming the host country, what we need for that is 100 volunteers, a technology, a studio, a special studio and technology for live broadcast and recordings, project managers, Call Media Center project manager, World Cleanup Day project manager, country project manager, because this is very big project, by the way. It's bigger than conference, because you have so much of layers. And we have also consisting of conference itself. And broadcast team, and global marketing campaign organizations and people from the host country, but also from the World Cleanup Day, and PR. So we need also travel and accommodation support, of course, to all the Call and Media Center, but not volunteers. Volunteers are usually from the host country, so we can use the youth and young and nice people who want to become a volunteer. Yes, and network support. So the work, all this work, which is conference, but especially broadcast and especially Call and Media Center, have been supported by the Let's Do It World HQ, who have been done it already 6 years. We have moderators and we have technology crew as well. So we have all their opportunities and possibilities and know-how to do it. So basically, yeah, this is, I don't want. Basically, this is it. The 7th World Cleanup Day is around 20th of September, but United Nations Day is on 20th of September. And that's it. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Yeah, really appreciate that. Thank you so much, Heidi. So the gist of it, I guess, is not only to share this in Malaysia, but I assume that this is also shared with the rest of all the participants from different countries. Anybody can play the role of a host, I assume. Heidi, is that correct? Yep. So I hope this is not only for us, but for anybody who wishes to host. And that will perhaps bring World Cleanup Day to another level, and of course to be able to help the country that's hosting it with lots of benefits, multiply effects, and good presentation, especially on waste and waste management. And while waiting, maybe we'll just wait for Laura to help us, where Tuan Farai may want to present. Would you like to do that? Yeah, would you like to do it first, Puan Umi, or it's casual? Yep, Puan Umi first. Yeah, you can do the second, okay. Yep. It's like and easy, we're among friends, so be very natural. We see the best of everybody in today's session. Yep. So the only thing, unfortunately, is time, so try and do it as fast as you can, if you don't mind, and love to have a discussion about it, which I think is as important as the presentation. All right, so thank you so much, Puan Umi. Yeah. By the way, for those of you who do not know, especially from overseas, Puan Umi is a heavy hitter when it comes to volunteerism and waste management. I will personally vouch for it. She even picks on my imperfections. So that means she's good. Over to you.
Oh God. Did I do that? Sorry. Is it? You love it? Alhamdulillah, you love it. Okay, Assalamualaikum and selamat pagi and very good morning. Still morning, isn't it? All right, whatever. Okay, welcome to Malaysia. For those of you who comes from overseas, I'm so pleased to have you here. I can see from Thailand, from of course Estonia, yeah, and then Indonesia. I'm not sure about other countries. Those that I can recognize. Thank you so much. My name is Umi Kalsum Shuib. And actually, I'm in charge of the solid waste and public cleansing management for Kuala Lumpur and Putrajaya, which is called the Federal Territory of Malaysia. Yeah, that's considered one of 2 states of Malaysia, so I'm in charge of it. So for your information, those states which has SW Corp or Solid Waste Corporation is under the Act of 672. That's an act. The number is 672. Maybe you can actually download it later and read about it and compare it to your country. Yeah, and there's only about 8 states in Malaysia which are using Act 672. Not all the states. Yeah, so it becomes a problem somehow to Malaysia because we cannot manage well in terms of cannot get everyone to do separation at source. We cannot compound in all of the states and so on, because actually we can do compounds. Yeah, what do you call it? Anything we if you are not separating the waste at home and so on. All right. Okay, back to, I have slides actually, but then it's a very long slide and I would like to touch a few slides. But before I go through, maybe we should consider the idea of zero waste. Of course, everyone would like, all of you here, most of you here are on zero waste, yeah? Like I myself, I do separation at source at my place, at my home. I have a yard of a recycling item, but I'm not actually doing composting yet. I still throw away the waste into the bins, but there's a law in states under Act 672, and all the houses, the landed houses, we give 120-liter bin, green bins outside of the house. And for those strata houses, I mean the apartments and so on, and the commercial, we have what do you call it, house bins. A house bin, a big bins and so on, so they have to throw it there. And the company or management company who's in charge of the stratas of the apartment has to make sure they put up a place for recycling, place for bulky waste, garden waste and everything. Yeah, that's in the State Act of 672. And Penang is not Act 672 yet, but they had actually sent letter to come into Act 672 states. Yeah, I hope that this will materialize soon, because we wish that all the states, especially in the Peninsula Malaysia, will become X670 states. So it's easier to implement everything. So nothing is actually 100% zero waste yet. Yeah, we cannot actually not using plastic. You have plastic watches, yeah, and then handphones, lots of plastic there. What else? Even toothbrush, yeah. Maybe we can have to change something in our life, but we have to support things using all recyclables items and so on. Reuse everything all the whiles, all right? Yeah, the slide's not coming yet. No worry about that. Yeah, no worry. You can just hear me. Maybe most of you are on TikTok. Are you on TikTok? Yeah, you can follow my accounts. My account is, yeah, PWP SW Corp. I should make a promotion because PWP SW Corp, CORP. Do you find one? The person, a lady in a orange vest, that's me. Yeah, yeah. I'm quite. Are you on TikTok? Yeah. Yeah, because people can see how I manage things, doing enforcement and so on. Yeah, one of my video had hit to nearly 10 millions now. So it shows how I try to do things differently in Kuala Lumpur especially, because there are many places which are still very dirty in Kuala Lumpur. You may not see it, yeah, but I do. I've been there every day, yeah. And one of the videos is about hoarders. You know hoarders? Hoarders, people who like to collect waste and put at home and make it become very bad. It's just like a nuisance to the outside parties, to your neighbors and so on. So we had that in Kuala Lumpur, about 15 cases now. So I've been handling it since 2 years back, because actually in SW Corp, I've been in SW Corp for 16 years. 14 years in finance department. I was the finance director of SW Corp, but now I'm the state director. Previously, I'm in Penang. Any Penang guys here? No Penang guys? All right, I'm in Municipal Council of Seberang Perai, the other side of Penang, Province Wellesley. Yeah, so I was the person who in charge of the taxpayers, yeah, taking care of them, the catering, the system, who manage everything. So I link all the system for taxpayers in order to make sure they actually, we do not return the deposit if they do not actually clean their houses properly. Yeah, I did that. Yeah. For example, you want to renovate your house, yeah, and then we want to avoid you from throwing away all the renovation waste away. So we used to take all your deposits as a payment of assessment tax. Yeah, so that's one of it. Okay, all right. Yeah, yeah. Not everything is slow in Malaysia. There are lots of things was quite fast, yeah? So no worry about that, okay? And then as for Malaysia now, we have about 314 or 74, I can't remember the numbers, of landfills. 174 are being closed already. But most of it are dump site. Do you feel how this dump site is affecting us? As for the government, we not only encouraging people to do recycles and to be a zero waste person, but we also have to manage the landfills, the waste coming in every day. There are about 2,400 tons of waste in Kuala Lumpur alone. In Penang, if I'm not mistaken, in the island itself is about 800 tons of waste per day. In Penang, yeah, because I went there last time at the transfer station. They actually give talks to me. And in Selangor is one of the biggest states in Peninsular Malaysia. It's about 7,000 ton per day. That's a lot. And the whole Malaysia is about 38,000 ton per day. And we have to manage in terms of especially food waste, because Malaysia is the highest. It's as the number one in the world, yeah, for food waste. Do you know that? I think you know about this. Oh, yeah. Do you saw the statistics somewhere? Yeah, we are number one, but I'm not proud of it. Is it? Yeah. So that's not good. It's not good at all. And it shows how much we have actually waste our food a lot. And 24% of it can still be eaten, all right? Okay, and then those are the thing, and we have lots of leachate coming out from all the landfill which has been closed, and the government has still to treat it, and SW Corp is spending about 200 million a year to pay for the closures, to pay for the treatment, to pay for the tipping fees of the waste in all the facilities that we are in charge of, 200 million. Only at our facilities, we are not including in Sabah and Sarawak, and not including other states which are in charge by the state government. Yeah, and we are paying the concessionaires. Actually, for the Act 672, 3 companies have been elected as the concessionaires for the government. And for Kuala Lumpur, Putrajaya, and Pahang, there's Alam Flora. If you know about Alam Flora, if you have heard about it, so that's the name of the company. Yeah, not the flower. This is the name of the company, Alam Flora. So what happened next is we are paying for this company about 2 billion a year for the 8 states in Malaysia. 2 billion, the cost of solid waste and public cleansing management. That's a lot. This is scary. This is a time bomb for the country. Yeah, and we need to do something about this. I really hope this kind of engagement, this kind of public engagement can come up forward. Yeah, no worry about that. Is it PDF? I see. So sorry about that, because I actually didn't have any slide for it, but I just want to talk. But then I see Heidi with a very great slide, yeah? That's why I said to my friend just now, Henry, so maybe I could actually open up some slide, but actually I have been talking about it a lot. So, is it? You like it? You need me, isn't it? Yeah. Even though I'm an accountant, but I feel the country needs me to clean the country. Yeah. And then I'm doing a lot. I've been researching a lot about Indonesia. I'm so proud to see Indonesian cleaning up all their rivers and so on. So congratulations to Indonesian. Yeah. And Estonia doing the first World Cleanup Day in the world. And with Mozambique, with the largest participation of World Cleanup Day. And Malaysia is not yet coming into the 5% club. Yeah, I'm not proud of it. Yeah, not yet, Heidi. I'm so sorry about that. I tried very hard. And last time I told Henry, why don't we meet the Yang di-Pertuan Agong, the rulers of Malaysia, and ask him to stop the country for 15 minutes, for everyone to come out of the cars from the offices and the schools and the house and collect rubbish around their houses, around their area. Yeah, yeah. I wish we can do that. Yeah, really, this is something which I hope can come true in Malaysia or in any country. If you want to adopt my idea, just go on, just do it. Yeah, show the world that you can do it, not only an idea only. It can be implemented. Yeah, it's not Jokowi already in Indonesia. Someone else, isn't it? The new president. The new president, isn't it? Yeah. All right. Okay. You're from Indonesia? I see. All right. Okay. Wow. I'm so scared to see this slide. What is going on? Yeah. Because I want to show some pretty sights of Malaysia. Yeah. Pretty sight. Inverted comma. Yeah. Yeah. I hope it works. Oh gosh. I'm sorry. So I just go through. Oh, give a hand to them. Thank you so much. Okay. All right. Oh, this is the kind of thing. Okay. Yeah, I can make it smaller. All right. Oh my God, too small. Yeah. All right, this is the state. The colored one is under Act 672. The non-colored is not under Act 672. And in Malaysia, we have 155 local authorities. Only 54 local authorities under Act 672. So you can see how can the government implement something which is very important, separation at source. Yeah, it is very important. It's only in this 7 states. And out of it, not everyone in this Act 672 states are doing it. So hard to give awareness to people. And this is the thing I'm hoping for something great to happen in Malaysia. All right? And we do not have to see all, of course. And no, 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 no. All right, this one, all of you know about it. Okay, I've been doing some benchmarking index on the cleanliness of the country, and the ranking of Malaysia is 130. I have to show this. I'm not only showing it for anything, I'm showing it to all the Malaysians too, because they have to look at Denmark, United Kingdom, Finland, Malta, and Sweden. Every year, the ranking is going down. Yeah, I'm so worried about this. I'm very, very worried. Okay. And then this is the things that I'm telling you just now, 38,000 a day of waste in Malaysia. And then only 1.17 kilogram per person per day in Malaysia. That's high. Why? Because we do not recycle. That's why it's happened. You mix all your waste together into one plastic bag and throw in the green bins. That's what happened, 1.17 kilogram per person per day. Say if one family have 5 people in the family, and this is the waste of Kuala Lumpur at the landfill. You can see how bad it is, yeah? Before we put soil on top of it, yeah? But this is what is happening because we only have 4 incinerators, mini incinerators in Malaysia, because people are very scared of the idea of incinerators. I don't know why, yeah, but why people are very scared. You should help us to cater for this problem, because we want to make sure that incinerators or waste to energy come into place in Malaysia quickly, because we need place. We have not much lands as other countries. I'm not sure about Indonesia. Yeah? Yeah, same, huh? All right. These are some of the places. I can't actually open it up, but you can see this in my TikTok. These are the things I've been going every day in Kuala Lumpur and Putrajaya. Places which are very dirty. And this is with, what do you call it? Illegal dumping. Illegal dumping are everywhere. Yeah? So how can we achieve zero waste? So difficult. Yeah. And people like me have to talk. And do you know about Hari Merdeka, Independent Day, the National Day of Malaysia? See what happened? This is the National Day of Malaysia. They love this around. Yeah. Not only this, also the waste from people. Yeah. Yeah, very bad. Yeah. And this is where we treat the closure. This is the landfill, which has been closed for about 22 years. We have been treating it till now, till today. And it actually, every day, it comes out about 150 meter cube of leachate. We have to treat to make sure it becomes clear water. And this is, I'm looking at the incinerator. This is the old landfill for Pulau Pangko Island. I'm in charge also for incinerators of Pangko Island. So it looks very bad. You know, all the straws are still there. All the garbage that we threw away 20 years ago are still there, because we do not recycle, we do not separate our waste. So do we want our child to live on this kind of places in the world? Yeah, not even Malaysia, everywhere. That is 20 years. And this is the data for Kuala Lumpur. If you look at the last line here, 99% blue, meaning that this is the waste out of 2,400 ton average per day. This is the percentage. 99% still been sending to the landfill. How bad it is? Very bad. This is the data for Kuala Lumpur for 5 years. Yeah, 99, because we have separation at source, but maybe some of them are doing recycling and selling it, yeah, but some of them are doing, this is the collection of separation at source waste, the cycle-based waste in front of their house, all right? So these are the things that we need to do something about it. Okay, all right, this recycling rate for Malaysia, we aim for 40% in 2025, and last year is about 35.38%. And the composition of the waste in Malaysia, of course, the food waste is the highest, 45%, and we are the number 1 in the world for the wastage of food waste. All right, and then okay, hold on. I want to show you the compound. Okay, this is how we separate. Everyone knows about it already. I have to go fast. Yeah, we are going into circular economy. Yeah, upcycling and recycling, of course. I've been teaching this. I'm not only telling the facts, the data, but also teaching school kids and everyone else to do recycling and upcycling. All right, and this is a way of recycling in Kuala Lumpur. We have the landed house. We have a collection schedule of 2+1. For egg, you have to keep your waste inside and bring it outside on the scheduled day of +1, outside of the green bins. And then for the housing, the strata houses, you have the house bin. They have to have the infrastructure for recycling, and the school, we have a competition every year. So this is like monthly basis. The kids will collect it and weigh it and sell it and put it into our system. So we'll actually give prizes to the best schools in Malaysia, and this is called per keys. And for the office, it's called per Cs. And for the community, we call it co-Cs. So that's the short name of it, all right? And then we also have with the mosque. With the mosque, we have hashtag Project Pahala Kitar Semula, meaning Kitar Semula is recycling, Project Pahala is good deeds project. Yeah, and then we have ad hoc trash to cash. We've been called every day in Kuala Lumpur and Putrajaya, and we have a drive-through recycling center and buyback and drop-off. And if you want to go to Kuala Lumpur and do recycling, you just type DTRC at Google Map, DTRC Kuala Lumpur. They'll lead you to one of it. Okay. But keep in recycling, keep on changing the world, yeah. Oh, it's PowerPoint, so it'll be nice. Okay, this is the compound rate. Okay, show you the compound in the act state. Oh my God, where are you? All right, this is for the landed property. We can charge maximum of 1,000 ringgit, and this is for the stratas property. To the management company, we charge from 100 also to 1,000 ringgit. But if they've been brought to the court for the fourth time, the court may say that you go to the jail. Okay, they go to the jail. Okay, all right. So this is the thing that I've been transforming in Kuala Lumpur, which is the stratas houses, making sure they follow our act in having all the separation at source facilities and recycling. So the newspapers and TVs have been covering about it, and you can check about it in my account, in my social media. So these are some of the examples that we have been doing in Kuala Lumpur. This is at the mosque, yeah. All right. Okay, this is the price, and these are some contact numbers. Okay, this is my contact number. My FB, Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. You can take it. All right. I think that's all from me. Any question else, you can raise it. I can answer it for you. Okay. You have a question now? Oh, God. All right. Okay.
I'm curious about one thing, because I see that actually that we don't have like so much different Indonesia and Malaysia problem, I guess.
Right.
Because we are so close and neighbor. But there is one thing that you were also showing us, like the retribution fee that your government charges.
Yeah, compound. Yeah.
But do you, who manage that retribution fee normally? And then can you make sure that it's like run transparently, because in transparent way? Because for example, in Indonesia we have a case where retribution fee is going somewhere, it's missing, and then that's why like.
You mean the compound? The compound 100 ringgit, 1,000 ringgit just now?
Because,
okay.
And then at the end of the day, the government have not enough money to manage the waste.
All right.
End up in landfill, because why? Because the retribution fee that is
Okay.
going somewhere.
All right, in my place in SW Corp, we have a system. The system in which every day I have enforcement people. Under me, I have 118 people, and out of this is about 68 people are enforcement officers. So these enforcement officers, they have to visit every day about 20% of the schedules of collection of waste and schedules of public cleansing every day, and they make sure that Alam Flora, the company which has the government appointed just now, have to do the work on schedule. For example, cleaning of the drainage. If they don't do it by the time, say, by 4 p.m., they don't do it, we penalty them. So that's the system. We take pictures and put in the system. End of the month, we'll deduct their payment. All right? And for the penalties, these penalties, we go to the houses. They go to the houses and check the bins. We have areas. Every day we have area where they have to go. All right, there's an operation, a secret operation. So when they go there, like 5 people going, they check all of them, and they will be penalizing the public who is not doing the separation at source. As for the stratas, they will penalize the joint management bodies who in charge of the stratas apartments. All right, so it's transparent there. Yeah, okay, all right. All right, thank you so much from Indonesia. Yeah. Any other Miss Indonesia here? Want to ask me a question? Oh, Mr. Indonesia. Rewards for recycling? Anything. All right. If they actually do. I show you the punishment just now. Yeah, the punishment rate for not doing recycling at home and so on, not separating their waste and mixing all the waste inside the bins. Yeah, that was the rate. And then about the rewards. Yeah, we have to have carrots and stick, of course. So as for the reward, they actually can put beside of the bin, that's for free, and the company, the concessionaire company, Alam Flora, will take it and sell for themselves. That's like we are doing sedekah, isn't it? And the other thing, they can do it and bring it to the mosque. That one is also sedekah. They don't collect money. The mosque will sell it, and you will get the rewards dunya akhirat, isn't it? And then you can go to the drive-through recycling center and sell it there. There's a price list there, and they can wait and pay you the money instantly. They pay the money instantly. Or you can have program Trash for Cash at your place. Call us and we will come to your place and buy your recycled item. I usually do that for the community. Thank you. Okay.
Thank you so much. So we are going to have the next person to come up, if he doesn't mind. I'm sure you know him already. We have introduced him for Tuan Farid, who will share with us. I just got to know he's also a negotiator, which is important. So we'd like to see how we can support him, as we also want to learn from him on how we can contribute, even as an NGO or even as an individual, to climate change. So shall we warmly welcome him as well? And as we also know, we are struggling a little bit with time. We'll try and catch up, because we are having a full event that will start sharp at 1:30. All right, so I'll hand over to Tuan Farid, if you don't mind. Full hand of hand.
Assalamualaikum and very good afternoon. Thank you, Mr. Henry, and also the organizer for inviting Ministry of Natural Resources and Environmental Sustainability and REST. So we are consider a new ministry after a breakout from the big ministry, NRCC, last year. So under NRES now, we have divided into 2 segments, which is the first one under the natural resources. Natural resources, they are governing the biodiversity, land matters. We're talking about elephant, tigers. This is under a purview. Yeah, okay, it's coming out now already. So and then another section is talking about the sustainability, environmental sustainability, which is one division in charge on environment, including the plastic as well. So I come from the climate change division, where I'm more to the on the carbon management as well. So for your information also, louder. Okay, the other colleague already going to Ottawa, Canada, for intergovernmental negotiation committee to discuss on internationally legal binding multilateral agreement, just like what they have for UNFCCC. This is mainly for addressing the plastic pollution. So these are the thing now what we are doing in the ministry by the other division, and we also have one plan in 2018 on the roadmap on the single-use plastic. This is also managed by the other division, and during my service also with this ministry and also the previous ministry, also we have some activities together with NGO. In Malay we call it kudah. KU mean kutip, or in English we call it collect. Dah is actually during your recreation. That means when you're doing recreation, you are collecting rubbish. So we have arranged a lot of activity, mainly along the river bank, and also in the river as well. Even my section, they're wearing the attire, the overall attire, just like when Japanese going for fishing, then you use that for him not to be wet when he enter the river. So, but it's not the very deep river. It's only a quite shallow river. But our intention is actually, because at that time when we are in NRCC, we are combination with water. So we also have management of water resources. Because in Klang Valley, we are experiencing the water outage because of the pollution of the river. So we want the river is to be adopted by the community, so that when the river is so clean, people are not there to throw rubbish or make a lot of pollution to the river. So these are done by a few NGOs, and my former Secretary General, Dato' Zaini Ujang, is the one of the what call that the man behind this. They call that friend of river, something like that. Okay, now I'm talking about what we are doing now in climate change division. So first, of course, talking about our obligation in international level. I think most of you are aware about UNFCCC. So this year we have COP in Azerbaijan. Last year they have some conclusion, some result in UAE consensus, where we know that how to go there. Okay, everybody know that the Paris Agreement had to set the temperature to hold well below 2 degrees Celsius, and doing effort to hold the temperature well below 1.5 degree. And we also know that under the current assessment report, the sixth one, the temperature already reached 1.1 degree. And if you want to relate it to human, 1.1 is, I asked one of the scientists from Belgium, John Pascal, who used to be one of the vice chair for the IPCC. He said 1.1 degree equivalent to a fever like 38 degrees Celsius for human. You can see that now our Mother Earth is already got a fever. Okay, we know that if you have symptom fever, maybe you got vomit and whatnot, got headache and whatnot. So many things that you are experiencing. That's why there are so many. We can experience it many times. Like recent one, Dubai. Dubai, the rainfall, the amount of rainfall is around 250 millimeter per day. If you compare to Malaysia, our rainfall is around 200 and 500 millimeter per year. That means about 10% of rainfall, they came only one day. So that is one of the reasons why they are so badly affected during that. So previous incident also in 2021 also Malaysia was hit by that. So I don't want to talk this more. So we already know, we are already experiencing it and need more effort. So today we are talking about the how to clean out from the waste sector. So I will talk about what is our inventory for the waste sectors. Okay, this is Malaysia's GHG inventory in 2019. We submitted under the 4th Biennial Update Report, and this is based on 2019. We are going to submit the latest report based on 2022 figure by end of this year. Okay. Okay, if you look at the overall, so our total emission excluding the LULUCF stands for the forest sink. So 330 million ton. Energy is the highest. Secondly is industrial process and product use, which is mainly from the steel and also the cement. And then the third from the waste sector. Waste sector contribute around 9%. which is around 28 million ton. So the main sources from the waste sector come from landfill, which is emitted the methane, and then we also have from palm oil industry, we also emitted methane, and as well as from the industrial waste, which is come from the inner water from the sewerage. So if we deduct with the LULUCF stands for land use, and forestry, is around 200 million ton come from forest. So our net emission is 150 million ton, which is quite high actually. But in total, we are still quite not very high because it contributes only 0.69 from the global emission. But since Malaysia also is also progressing, since the like Puan Umi mentioned, if you don't do recycling activities and keep just throw your rubbish like that, so this will end up at the landfill. Then also we also some difficulty as well because for our calculation, we mainly we cannot take directly from all the state because the 672 Act is not applied to all state. So mainly we cannot get the right figures. I give example. Under the IPCC guideline, someone mentioned it's very long IPCC. I don't know, Miss Heidi or someone mentioning about the IPCC guideline. It's very long. So they are so specific, the guideline. Even the diapers also they will count it. And Malaysia also consider not aging population. Our diapers using also is also a lot. But it's compared to Japan, they are already aging population. The company who produce diapers for children already stopped the production for the children, but they increase it for the elders, because they already go for aging population. We also do that also because we are already 7%. We have aging population, but towards that also. This is our NDC. We want to reduce 45% our carbon intensity by 2030 compared to 2005 level. And this is unconditional. So we will do the tracking by this year when we submitted our NDC, BTR report this year. So talking about the net zero. So today we are discussing about net zero. So these are the aspirations that we already pledged. In 2022, Malaysia announced its aspiration to achieve net zero at least 2050. So for your information, this year, we already embarked on the study on the long-term low-emission development strategies, and the study already completed, and we come up with the report very soon. We will table this to the committee chaired by Prime Minister in May or June, and then we will highlight this. What is our strategy to addressing all the sector? That also will involve the waste sector. Okay, these are the formula for Malaysia if you wanted to become net zero. So A is the emission, total emission that we have. So A is 330 million, and B is the sink from the forest. So the formula A plus B equal to 0. So for Malaysia, now we already have 115 million ton, and from the chart that I showed you earlier, the emission come from the waste sector is already 28 million ton. So that means these are the potential effort that we can do actually, if let's say we can do more recycling activity, for instance. So when we recycling more so then we reduce the numbers of the waste going at the landfill, so that we are able to reduce our numbers of methane. And then you know that methane, they have the GWP or global warming potential at 2028. So that means you got one ton of methane will be multiplied by 28, so it becomes 28 ton. So that is very serious if we don't treat it well. And with the current problem that Puan Umikaso mentioned just now, I think there's a lot of work that we need to work actually hand in hand with our ministry as well. Even we also have been called by a few countries. They wanted to do some activity with us, like wanted to have more WTE project, incinerator and whatnot. Talking about incinerator, actually it's quite instrumental to me because I study chemical engineering on polymer actually. When I saw there are some extruder, there are machine that outside, it remind me when I also doing that gadget and also that instrument before. And my study under my project under my undergraduate also on municipal solid waste. And this also trigger me when there are also issues recently also coming in when the government wanted to introduce the incinerator in Rawang. When I saw the issues that have been raised, is also same like 20 years ago when the government wanted to introduce the one incinerator in Broga. For local people, they know that in Broga they have one planning to build that, which is the issue is they are afraid that there will be emission from the furan and also dioxin, which is come out from the burning. That is the issue in my project paper, which is 24 years ago. I believe that with the latest technology, I think there's no more issues with dioxin and furan since they already have a lot of scrubbers and also the filtration that can reduce this the amount of the emission the hazardous gas come out from the incinerator. All right. I think we are quite behind the schedule already. Maybe we can have some discussion. If you wanted to ask any question, then I can answer. With that, I thank you.
Hold on a second. Hello. Yeah. Thank you very much. So for it. Really appreciate this. So I hope you have any questions specifically for him, because we are going to do a wrap up between ourselves on what are things we can take out of this, learn from each other, support each other at the Malaysia level. At the same time, what can we share with you at your country level? Because we are more than happy to share as we are willing to learn, and we want to also see how Malaysia can be there with you for net zero sooner than later, and hopefully to be audited every year, bravely as we may say. Once again, thank you to Tuan Farid. Yep. So again, I need to apologize. But before I do that, I forgot one thing. I was kindly reminded to say something. I needed to say Selamat Hari Raya Aidil Fitri to all of you who are celebrating, and Maaf Zahir dan Batin. My apologies for my non-sleepiness, or rather full of sleepiness. Yes, so at the same time, I know that there's lunch and there's 1:30. So before we do that, can we summarize first, if we may, to make sure that we don't miss the purpose of this session, which is for Puan Umi and for Heidi specifically, and then we'll go to Tuan Farid and with Denise. So starting with Heidi and with Puan Umi, as much as we like to do more in Malaysia with World Cleanup Day and possibly hosting, and not only just for Malaysia but for any country for that matter, love to see if we can synergize more. This may be the beginning of a conversation that we may be able to take it online and or on Zoom or whichever way. So is that okay? We leave it at that, Heidi, and then we take it from there. Is that okay? Yeah. Yes. I mean, for us, we are not doing for anything. I mean, we just want to see the best for Malaysia, as we are happy to share this with the world. And then separately to that, for Denise and Tuan Farid, as far as net zero is concerned, I guess while we are doing a lot of cleanups, we also don't want to do it because we're just doing it to feel good ourselves, but that we are contributing to waste to becoming waste. And admittedly, we do get criticized. So is there anything we can support the ministry? And how can we work with UNFCCC as we can work with the Ministry of NRES? Is there anything can we also take it offline, Tuan Farid? Can we take it also offline and then we start the conversation? But admittedly, if I may say it at a very personal level, we do get a lot of pressure. So any way that you think we can be of any use, even to be a slave to make the change, we'll do it. All right, so we'll be at your disposal and more than happy to share this with the rest of the world and to all Let's Do It World partners and speakers. Otherwise, can we stop here? Would it be okay we stop here? All right, so if you don't mind, so with that we stop here and all the recordings are available online. Please go upstairs right above here for your lunch and hopefully we'll start on time at 1:30.
that will be for later, okay? But are we all well fed? Yes? After we're well relaxed, right? Yes? Yeah, you feel pretty relaxed. And I don't want to be through so much to get here. I believe everyone's been traveling near and far to be here. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. Round of applause for making it here.
So, from East Malaysia, where you at? East Malaysia, no? Hi! Oh, that's Malaysian Foundation, MHF, and World Cleanup Day Malaysia are able to progress and to put together
you present here with us, be it physically or virtually.
Exactly. So we are truly pleased to see this dynamic, smart project partnership between Malaysian Humanitarian Foundation, World Cleanup Day, and Penang Island City Council. Now we hope many organizations, including governments, corporates, NGOs, schools, and civil society working, especially post-COVID period, right? As well as making fun, memorable, and impactful for locals and
inspired and ready to conquer anything. Thank you. Thank you, Jessica. Thank you, Elaine. And she will also be the power.
The regret is that I could not be there in person. So I want to say thank you to Henry and all the amazing partners that helped hold this.
volunteers each year. It is now an initiative that is recognized.
This is some of the things that we highlighted previously, which is including on the opportunity available currently is internship program, which allow the youth to learn.
On set. Okay. Ready, camera rolling. 3, 2, 1. Thank you so much to our panelists for sharing your
Opportunity in which whereby you as youths can come up there.
With parents who are, I need that garbage, that plastic bag to put the other trash in. To put the other trash in. You know, I didn't
don't worry.
But tracking back my years, I realized maybe 5-6 years ago, there was a trend. This was the first thing that popped in my head, but I want to know what all of you did.
It's always closing eyes, mostly like relaxing because you want to have a loving companion, right? I need all of you to just relax. Okay, now you can put your hands down. So that question that I asked, I will come back later. It is for all children of Malaysia, especially underprivileged children. So these youngsters that we community. This will have for a better miniature ecosystem in Malaysia for our future generations. Give them a round of applause, everyone. Give them a round of applause for their courage to be on stage right now to all of you here. Thank you. Tell me your answer. What did you do on your first try or the first step to contribute to climate change?
Okay, whenever I buy food, I'll take away the food, right? But I try,
Since 1:30 earlier, she's Adi. Hi Adi. And then I bring my arm. And then she came prepared, we can spend like easily half an hour already. Just zoom into the bag.
That's a good idea because I'm quite interested.
Sustainable bag.
What else is in the handbag? Let's go.
What else? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, she doesn't use plastic bottle, plastic bottle. She just uses plastic straw, yeah. And she doesn't use tissues to wipe the sweat. I hope it's the sweat now. So she brings her own handkerchiefs. And I think you are the question again. Question is, what did she do to contribute? The first thing that you did. It could be any use of tissue reason or whatever it is to contribute into climate change. Alright, speaking of climate change, my first the first introduction to climate change is The Inconvenient Truth. Anyone watch the movie? By Al Gore? Yeah, 27. So, my first contribution is teaching my children, I have 4 children, to be the next generation grateful of the Mother Earth. Shaping the mind of our future generation.
I also bring the tumbler and everything, my utensil, my own food bag, things like that.
In this bag?
Yeah.
You wanna share?
Don't do that.
You wanna share?
No.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. Go to the superstore. Go to get groceries to the supermarket. To only purchase a lunch bag that will hurt my shoulders. As a dad,
right before COVID, so I was lucky there. So this is my journey, and all the red dots is where I stay put. Next. So I had the chance of crossing almost 24,000 kilometers.
Protection, and the practice of a water saving and climate resilient society. So we do this all.
Thank you so much to all our panelists who decided to spend your Sunday.
Today. So they came from different backgrounds, so this is your golden opportunity to learn something. So without further ado, let's kick off our session with the first question. So this question is an open question. Okay, thank you, Mr. Henry. So without further ado, let's kick off our session with my first question. So this is open.
I see a lot of big people are here, but we are starting from small. We are just doing a very simple thing. We are changing plastics into keychains. It's a kind of different thing. Like let's say if there is a food, if you can eat, you take. If no, don't.
Our video. Okay, so for video, right, we're gonna do something. 3, 2, 1. The thumbs as they go to the front. You shake, yeah, you shake until I say cut. Okay, ready? In 3, 2, 1. Fantastic! Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen.
Earlier. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for Elaine Audrey, all the way from KK. My name is Elaine Audrey. I will be your mental health and well-being companion. Let's unite today. Let's throw in some good energy, be motivated. Thank you! Thank you, Jessica. Thank you. Your event, in case you're sensing that the energy is getting
Can also build up to the circular economy with jobs and business creation and startups while working with the governments, corporates, NGOs, upcycling centers and also schools. And it will be with our sessions that we have in store for each and every one of you, and also to see what are the key
to move like a ninja, quietly, to avoid distracting others, ladies and gentlemen.
Exactly. So ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Okay, before that, we would like to have your...
If you ever need a part-time job.
Yay! So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, 2 videos.
That is, you burn a lot of carbon miles. So we'll find a way, we'll come clean. Because in order for us to do this, we have to step back and we have to provide a platform to hope that everybody can work. My mind is that 1.1 degrees is equivalent to 38 degrees Celsius. That if 38 degrees means we have a fever. Everything we do needs money. So we really are grateful. That will be the major opening, and he will also deliver his keynote by pass on. So I came a little early today, maybe I couldn't sleep the whole night. So I was walking on the esplanade. So I saw 3 cleaners from the Penang Islands.
Thank you so much, Henry. Next up, ladies and gentlemen.
And have a great rest of your conference. Thank you so much. Thank you very much, Michael. And before we take you, there you have it. And Michael, has anybody told you that you look like Tom Holland? Annette Lino.
Thank you, everybody. Leaders here from Asian country, also our partners, and all the people, especially youth, who have joined us here today.
Inspired of the mission, and 17 years later, I'm still here. and I started as a very young, and on behalf of Let's Do It Work HQ as well.
Thank you so much, Anna, especially for sharing with us this fun story. We'll work with panelists to extract the best responses possible for each of them, given the time constraint, while summarizing.
Students that receive grant scholarship from the Malaysian Humanitarian Foundation, 5 group of youth ESG champions.
And panel session 2 to the speakers, and for the moderators who also manage the panel of Q&A speakers as well. So before introducing the panelists, within the short period of time and many pressing issues to also be addressed.
From all the panelists, as well as from you all.
So the panelists have been lots of time. You must have a heart to do it, and that's why.
I want you, ladies and gentlemen, to make sure your mobile devices are.
To keep in mind about the time.
Maybe stand up and wave to the crowd.
Yay! Hello, Arif. All right, next up we have Celine Ng, Youth and
Surima Laswari, Island City Council.
And everybody, please say. Let's have his winner, Jason. And also, ladies and gentlemen, warm welcome to Melissa Tan, Ambassador for Earth Day Malaysia.
Agustin, Cleanup Day.
Show your appreciation to Denise Ayabari.
For Penang, and also representing the Ministry of Youth.
For Youth, Sports and Health.
Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us here today.
Group, nice to have you with us.
He will help to extract conversations with the domain expert panelists, as he will help us to time manage as well as to wrap up the session so that actionable steps that we can take next can also be shared with government. Mr. Harry.
How we can help the youth and link the youth to ESG.
This whole session. And are you ready for this session? I think not ready yet. Again, are you ready? Yeah, so only our panelists are ready for that as well, right? So, ask this online, and because, I mean, we can change the next slides. Yeah, this is what had been discussed earlier.
NGOs, international movement that strengthen on how we don't really need to start from scratch to tell people that what is sustainability is all about. All the resources.
Global warming and environmental awareness. Then lifestyle, especially booming. Then this is not the result of the global warming. This is just an initiative from the government to take part, to initiate the youth, to educate.
Apply to NGOs, any other accredited organizations to probably get accreditation. Also, for governments, as young people, you can write a letter, go to your government, ask them for accreditation that are out there. So on the best practices, sometimes we look at global solutions. What might work for the global north might not work for Asia, might not work for Africa. If we say stop 1.5 degrees Celsius, carry placards, how is it going to impact people?
So here in Penang, we have an institution that is called the Penang Youth Development Corporation. Some of our representatives from the Penang Youth Development Corporation who are here with us today. Basically, we are an institution whereby not only platforms and opportunities were offered to the younger generation based in Penang, but we also have our volunteer arms, and also there are specific grants that are available in the program, as well as to become part of a policy making for the plastic bag. We are one of the pioneers in Malaysia that started that, and in fact, I think if I'm not mistaken, good initiatives actually doesn't come from the administrator itself, it comes from the people itself. So I think this administration, we appreciate voices and also opinion from the public, of the general public.
True. And I'm interested on YB Daniel's thought of bringing the ideas of the youth or the proposal into something that can be implemented or can be implemented in the daily manners or in the project manner to bring Penang's, to bring changes to Penang State. I think it's something that is interesting. And we are looking forward to have more such initiatives to be done in Penang State as well. So thank you so much. And next, Mr. Mozakio. Yeah.
Our standard class, Prakamudi program, we have volunteer program called Satya. Different type of youth. Okay. What I call it youth nowadays, young people nowadays, I call it golden.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you. Everyone, so I was just maybe start with how that when I was quite young at the time, 9 million volunteers to clean up countries, like cross countries. And I was then realized like this is the power of young people, right? So you have to create the momentum to bring them. You have to create the momentum to make them do actions and also educate them. Because it's really important to make them realize that, hey, we have a problem here. Because we have so many young people, but most of them also not realize what the problem we are facing actually today. But they are already the future. They are the future of our generations, and they're the one who will lead the country. So if they don't realize today, then trust blindness is really dangerous, right?
So in place, you can build the relationships, the business owners, the civil society, and then when you get that, you get power. Because I'm afraid to say this, a lot.
Create the platform there, and the second one we're going to have in SP Jalaya. So one of state giving a lot of seed funds, but how many? So I involved in the statistics to giving the to mayor office.
Mom, who's in the crowd right now, recording me, I started very, very young. Innovation projects about the climate, but then when you go into policy, there's a lot of barriers and a lot of power dynamics that is not equal for young people, or there isn't. It was basically a big thing that happened last year, where a bunch of activists are being represented, and then on a local level, how are we identifying the youth who are being licensed? So I've thrown out a bunch of things, and I guess what young people can do, and there's a bunch of platforms that we can go through on a global level, then we can have that collective change that we want. Then young people can actually feel like, okay, I'm doing something and this is actually worth something. Rather than, you know, I'm talking, I'm posting on social media, and then at the end of the day, my thoughts aren't being counted in the things that matter. That's all I have to say.
Yeah. You can see the voices of youth is
make it happen. But when it happens and when we run out of grants, financial support, we basically just couldn't continue anymore. So I think one thing to highlight is definitely having more capacity to be sustainable first. And another one to highlight is these elements come together when you want to start that project. For instance, understand.
Just riffing off what Aaron was saying about youth are literally the SMEs of what the new generation and the new world is going to be, because they are redesigning their new world. So if they aren't given the due respect, again, not experience is what Celine was saying, not experience, no trust, then we can't create the new world. Then the missing part of integration, youth and sustainability is often viewed as an afterthought, or going through decades of CSR as a performative measure. Penang Island is kill-free when it comes to stray animal management. And that's because, that's because they put
together into policies, into government, and to work together. Only that we can see the differences and impacts, right? So thank you so much. Next.
Started, Raj there in the audience is the youngest CEO of automobiles. But when you go to probably internship or even you're applying for anything, they're going to ask you 10 years of experience. They're going to ask you, what have you done? Probably postgraduate is an added advantage. Failure to recall, like in the past, information has been streamlined. It's very easy to go and probably do an online course about environmental studies, sustainability, and equip yourself with that information.
How do you face any problem while you are doing your negotiating process as you speak your ideas in the negotiating floor?
Okay, I'm just going to give an example. Previous regulation modification, and this is something that Switzerland proposed and other nations but required. And these are individuals that are supposed to go and take accountability back to the people. They have been, not because they know, but they don't have the information, yeah? And this is not fight for what you want when you do not know what you're fighting. You have to wait until 40-something, 50-something to negotiate. And where am I going to put all this?
Myself and Mr. Mozakia to listen more than to speak. But I think it would be, for me to point out, I think one of the key things is that to have an effective communication. I think I did had a quick word with Mr. Mozaki just now. sometimes is some misunderstanding or misperception. Or Jelajah Belia, or it's a road tour. It's more of a town hall session, but we reach out to the furthest.
Acting like working and listen to young people, but in fact all the regulation regarding young people and stuff is never listened to young people actually. That's number one. If you ask me the challenge and what upset or what make youth normally stop.
We need to utilize the systems that we already have to actually think, you know, I want to do this, I want to include young people, because when Malaysia respect and that kind of energy that can be translated, change, and I think those are the stumbling blocks.
Thank you so much. Right, so I will move to the next.
Collaboration, why that was so powerful, it wasn't how can we do that, it's how can
Is to actually teach youth what is power. I think they see power as something which is like a taboo thing, you know, and or
young people who are being accredited, whether on Starbucks, whether under the party badge, and after all, have a post-hoc meeting. In Malaysia, that we have also, of course, it's not part also we have not so good part, you know, like, this is why we need also to criticize sometimes to make our government more focused.
For in my opinion, it's doing very well because even our budget, right, we have a GRPB budget.
Good day everyone, my name is Ivasha Yamash and I'm pursuing my Masters in Business Analytics in University Science Malaysia. And I'm also a dancer, a classical dancer, and I'm influencing people to pursue their dreams, their passion. So as a dancer, I have a question, I have a concept, which is everyone have their own costumes and set of jokes that we use, like we have our own costumes that we are using when we are performing. So when it comes to costumes, we have our own process of manufacturing, which also involves cotton cultivation and dyeing process, which leads to water pollution. So firms or the studios can take action to implement the very energy efficient steps to come up with sustainable manufacturing in terms of costumes or set of jokes. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for your question. Yes, back to you.
Okay, look at the center. And now go to the exciting session, especially when it comes to sustainability and making the world cleaner and greener for our next generation.
That's right, there is no concept will be addressed. And most importantly, let's
I hope you were paying attention. I was motivated, I was educated well enough. Reflection of myself. I asked myself, Elaine, what did you do? That plastic bag to put the other trash in. Trend, this tote bag trend that everybody just wanna wear it at the supermarket to look cool. But to be honest, that was probably
having to carry all of these plastics. So this was the first thing that popped in my head, that I want to know what all of you did to
I need you to take a moment, just take a breather. Inhale, exhale. I hope you have the answer. Now, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it. Now, put it back on your lap. The other hand up. Shake it, shake it. Touch the next person's head. Tap it, tap it, tap it.
Yeah, what's your contribution to the environment? So ladies and gentlemen, we would like to warmly welcome.
For Malaysia is an organization that provides quality education opportunities for all children of Malaysia, especially underprivileged children. So, these youngsters opportunity from a grant, which is a collaboration message for all of you here. So, introduce yourself, each of you.
Hi, my name is Sarah and I'm 11 years old and I live in KL.
Hi, my name is Sumaira Sofia. I'm 14 years old and I live in KL too.
Hi, my name is Nisa. I'm 13 years old and I live in KL.
And I'm 14 years old and I'm from KL.
All Malaysians should have the integrity to build more forests in Malaysia. Thank you.
Thank you.
Buy food, I take away the food, right? But I try, tapao. Yes. Spoon.
So during any takeaways,
That is very admirable after, because if you use your own cutlery, it's kind of forget to wash.
what did you do on your first step into contributing to climate change?
The example, what I really and then
She came prepared. We can spend like easily half an hour on
I need all
her.
the cameras to just
Sustainable bag.
What is
Plastic bottle.
plastic water
Single-use
bottle.
plastic bottle.
She just refills hers anywhere she goes. She just refills. It's so long that I've seen someone, has a handkerchief, in her bag, other than my mother, which now I do. I practice. I follow. Good job. What's your name? Stephanie from Indonesia. Whatever it is to contribute into climate change. Right. Speaking of climate change, my first the first introduction to climate change is the Inconvenient Truth. Anyone watch the movie by Alan Moore? Yeah, 27. So my first contribution is teaching my children. I have 4 children, to be the next generation who love the Mother Earth. And to carry one huge bag that will hurt my shoulders. As a dad, in my household, in one child at home, telling everyone don't use plastic for your own convenience.
So with this, I'm Ming. So I'm same spelling as Ming Dynasty, but I'm not from China. I'm from locally born and study in Malaysia. And here we are. I'm contributing back to Penang. Excuse me. And all the way, mostly by land, from Penang to the mainland, and all the way to Europe, mostly by land. Okay, that happened right.
He used to be a professor in the School of Humanities in USM. So he is the executive manager, Dr. Hong. Both of us are doing.
Okay, so first thing first, let me tell you guys about it. Really means sport going is track speaking is not just a sport, and it's also a sport. Okay. Invented in 2008, the first Pogome World Cup was lost to. Okay, so we come from an NGO called GRU. I don't think he's here right now. Where is he? Oh, he's not here. Okay, so GRU is a non-governmental Penang and other related ESG activities such as recycling.
Referring to clothes. Okay, so last time only human wearing clothes because we developed so much and we keep increasing all this fashion sense. Now we have all of our fur babies from direct shoot by the UV rays or anything. Then another is the stated Malay friend, Baju Punjabi from our Indian friends, and Cheongsam is from Chinese. So that is the culture.
Depression. And in the process of healing from depression at the age of 19, what happened was that I happened to solve a competition known as Penang Green Idol 2016. So when I saw this, I told myself that, hey, Kelvin, instead of every day waking up with negativity, instead of, keep on... I remember I joined for the first time. It was my first public speaking ever. And did I win? And of course, it's not a fashion, okay, it's not a model, but rather it's a public speaking competition. So after buns, you rescue sliced cakes from cafe, all of this.
Okay, thumbs up for the great effort put in order to build a more eco-friendly future. Thank you so much to all our panelists who decided to spend your
about this. Like we cannot deny that waste
normally in Penang but the whole Malaysia. And the waste will be different when they
with everyone yet. So welcome to Malaysia. Do you have any good spot here to recommend? And
it's not the hours that we are used to in the 3 or 5 hours. It's first one is responsibility. So our own responsibility towards our operation.
There's all these like beach cleanup, ocean cleanup, and then recycling. So real quick answer.
Actually, it's just my 2 cents opinion. So I think the biggest challenge will be the
It's the biggest problem. I think it's a teamwork, it's a group work. Therefore, I think if everyone plays their role.
Here in this context, I would like to say about especially the PWDs or people with disabilities.
Today. So, but now what we can do, we can only, try to get better in the situation where we are.
Alright, so Sandy, do you have any question?
Yes, and then
Wow,
these are our secret buds.
Wow. Can I have one?
Secret buds. Okay, so everyone, big smile. Something. 3, 2, 1. The thumbs have to go to the front. Okay. In 3, 2, 1. Action! Fantastic. Thank you so much.